How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes. How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Man, that was perfect timing. That was perfect timing. Shout out to Black Spider. That timed perfect. That timed perfect, man. Shout out to everybody who is in the building, man. It is good to see each and every one of you. I hope everybody is doing great and that you are starting your morning and your day out wonderfully. All right. If you guys can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up or radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or things are looking and sounding kind of bad, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who is in the building early. All right. Shout out to Jess Man. What's good with it? Shout out to Miss Nisi in the building. Shout out to my man Carlton Way. Make sure y'all show Carlton some love. We're gonna do it again. Funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Shout out to Late Not Last. Shout out to Black Spider. Make sure y'all show Black Spider some love. Y'all already know what to do.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
Definitely appreciate it. Also, make sure you guys show Brooklyn Queen some love. She hit your boy last night with a Cash App. Definitely appreciate it. My man DC Precise is in the building. Shout out to DC Precise, dropping the articles in the Discord. Eric Adams, they coming at his head. You know what I'm saying? They coming at his head. You know what I mean? That's hilarious, bro. Good stuff as always. So we're going to talk about quote unquote reproductive rights. All right. Before we start talking about reproductive rights, we're going to try to get through a couple crypto articles, all right? Because there's some wild stuff going on with crypto. Wild stuff. You know what I'm saying? Super wild. Question to all the people in the comment section who rock with crypto, how many of you all have seen the price increase in Pepe just today? If you guys have seen it, give me a thumbs up. If you guys have not, give me a thumbs down. And while you're doing that, make sure you guys show Quasi Blackstar some love for becoming a member, funding the organization, and growing the organization. Definitely appreciate it.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Definitely appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said $90,000 Bitcoin. Let's go. Listen, let me ask y'all this question, man. When Trump fires the SEC chair, do you all think that Bitcoin will hit $100,000 that day? If you guys do, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down. Hey, we got the 1 year anniversary in the building. Shout out to my man Lehman Lucas. What's good with it, bro? We got the 1 year anniversary for my man Win Loser Rug. Make sure y'all show Win Loser Rug some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Win Loser Rug, funding the organization and growing it. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Definitely appreciate it. Shout out to my man, the specialist. Yeah, I gotta agree, bro. Rocket ships all the way around. All right. So let's get into this because your boy got limited time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to rush through all this stuff because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. All right. So how many people have seen what's going on with Bonk? Bonk is going wild. I kind of figured Bonk would go wild after that announcement of that Doge government organization. I didn't expect it to go as wild as it has gone, though. I mean, what's going on is just this is wild. Bonk price prediction. Bonk surges 46% in a week, but experts say this vote to earn meme coin might be the best crypto to buy now. All right, so we're gonna check this out. All right, the Bonk price jumped in the last 24 hours to trade at 0.00003 cents as of 2 a.m. Eastern time on a trading volume that skyrocketed 114% to 2.19 billion. The popular meme coin has seen a massive surge, all right? A massive surge in the last 7 days that leaves its price 46% higher than a week earlier. So, you know, anytime we talk about these percentages, we got to do the same thing that we do all the time with the percentages. Is your 401k making this type of money? First question. Second question, are your savings bonds making this type of money? Let's continue. The meme coin saw an even greater increase earlier, reaching the price of 0.00004 less than 8 hours ago. But then the market turned and Bonk tumbled along with multiple other cryptos. And if you guys saw, there was like a little mini deceleration. I wouldn't even call it a crash. It was like a mini deceleration yesterday night. Bitcoin and most other top 10 largest cryptos by market cap are currently trading in the red on a 24-hour basis. And the same can be said for the top 10 largest meme coins by market cap. Dogecoin, for example, is down 9% in a day, while SHIB has dropped 18%. Now, I think that these things have increased since then. All right. And again, this article just came out maybe a couple hours ago. In fact, Bonk is the only meme coin among the top 10 to trade in the green at the time of writing. A lot is owed to a recent introduction of Coinbase's new Coinbase 50 index, with Bonk being one of the cryptos that make up the index. All right. So with Bonk being one of the cryptos that makes up the index, what do you guys think that means? Shout out to Silla T. What's good with the Silla T? What do you guys think that means? So let's talk about this Bonk price prediction. All right. Right now, the Bonk price seemingly found a bottom at 0.000032, and it appears that it is ready to start a recovery. Its Bollinger Bands have narrowed significantly, especially compared to the last 24 hours, during which the token saw its major surge. On the plus side, the price has stopped pushing the lower band down and is now in the process of returning to an upper one, which is a positive sign. So my question for you guys is, what does that mean? Let me know what that means. And I appreciate you, Quasi Blackstar. Shout out to Quasi Blackstar for being a like enforcer. Make sure y'all throw some like enforcers in the chat for Quasi Blackstar for enforcing those likes. Definitely appreciate it. It will likely push the upper band further up in the hours to come, which likely makes right now the best time to start buying Bonk again. And again, you know, we got to put this out here. It's not financial advice, but what they're saying is that this is a floor and that Bonk is going to go up from the floor. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that assessment, but that's what they're saying here. All right. The project's relative strength index value shows that the price went from the overbought zone, which is 82.5, to a value of 44.16. While this is still technically in the neutral zone, it is also a positive sign that it never reached the oversold zone. So if they're saying that based on this RSI, it never reached the oversold zone, what does that mean as far as purchasability? Let me know what you guys think. This suggests that the buyers jumped on the opportunity to get Bonk at a lower price, not waiting for its RSI to sink to a value of 30. This further suggests that the crypto sector's overall sentiment is still strongly bullish. And with this correction over, the prices are ready to start a recovery and perhaps even reach new levels. Bonk itself is close to its all-time high of 0.000047, which it achieved in March of this year. All right. A recovery back to 0.00004, coupled with another strong push, could potentially send the token up to this level. Of course, it is also possible that Bonk will not have enough strength to do it this time around. The current rally is still considered a post-election bull run rather than part of the industry's natural cycle. So this is what I keep telling everybody, all right? This is what I keep telling everybody. All of these changes and all of this volatility that are going on right now with the cryptocurrency market, none of this stuff is expected. This isn't part of the normal expectations. This is something different. So what's going on right now has the potential to create a new floor and push everything up even more than it was expected. All right. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to my man Alonzo. What's good with it, bro? In the end, investors and traders should remain cautious. And this is what I'm saying right here. All right. Investors and traders should remain cautious, as this fairly volatile period could bring benefits, but also plenty of risks. All right. So they're talking about an alternative to Bonk. All right. Investors looking for diversification opportunities might consider Flockers, which is called Flocks. That's the ticker. A new meme coin project that is hell-bent on building a strong community and guaranteeing decentralization, which is hilarious because if you read the white papers for all of these things, that's what they all allegedly want, right? They all want that. Too often, decentralized projects become overtaken by a small minority as most of the token holders lose interest in using their voting power to contribute to decision-making. They simply have no incentive to join, and most of the decision-making is not as exciting as it may seem at first. Eventually, they stop participating altogether, leaving the project in the hands of a small group, which could result in it becoming centralized. Flockers has a simple solution that is highly effective. It provides incentives to vote with its new vote-to-earn model. Simply put, it rewards you for voting with its Flock token, which makes it worth coming back and voting whenever there's a decision to be made. On top of that, it also lets you stake your Flock and receive massive awards. Look at the rewards. Wow. Currently at 1,117% annually. So if you stake Flock, you have the potential to make 1,117% annually. That's wild. So the more you vote, the more flock you have for staking, and the more you stake, the more you get back in rewards. It is a well-oiled machine designed to reward token holders and keep flockers decentralized and running smoothly. Right now, the project is in the middle of its ICO, which has already raised $1.66 million, all while selling its flock token for only a fraction of a cent, currently at 0.006. All right, so that's not bad. These meme coins be having some really lucrative ICOs. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they go and, talk about this YouTube video that's about flockers. So that's pretty impressive, man. Pretty impressive. All right. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this article here from Crypto News. All right. And this article from Crypto News talks about the quote unquote best crypto to buy now on November 12th, which was yesterday. All right. And the ones that they have listed are Bonk, Kronos, and Nero. Now, let me ask, shout out to the people that are in the comment section. How many people in the comment section have any of these cryptos? Does anybody have Bonk? Does anybody have Kronos? Does anybody have Nero? My question for you guys is, what have the performance of these coins been? And as you guys can see here, look at Pepe. Pepe is up right now. If you guys can see this, 45.71%. Dogecoin is up 10.52%. XRP is doing real well. It's up 2.53%. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm extremely happy about the way that cryptocurrency is performing right now. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says cryptocurrency market is again in the spotlight as Bitcoin continues its strong rally, nearly reaching $90,000. And right now, you know what I'm saying, we're at $90,000. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlton. That's what's good. Yeah, I know Carlton got that Kronos. You know what I'm saying? Carlton got that Kronos. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the specialist. The specialist, yeah, you can get those on Coinbase. But, I like Coinbase. I like Coinbase only for staking Solana, for staking Polkadot, and for staking Atom, right? That's what I like Coinbase for. Everything else, for the most part, I use crypto.com. I want to shout out to Cameron. What's good with it, bro? I want to ask you guys in the comment section, which do you all like better? Do you all like Coinbase better, or do you like crypto.com better? I'm not going to lie to you, and y'all know this. I love crypto.com. You know what I'm saying? I love crypto.com. Crypto.com is dope, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's great. I love it. But let me know what you guys think. And real quick, shout out to everybody who is in the building. I really appreciate it. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. Now, shout out to Quasi. If I'm not mistaken, Pepe just got listed on Pepe and Solana just got listed on Coinbase. Coinbase just listed, or not Coinbase, but on Robinhood. Robinhood just listed a whole bunch of coins. I don't really like Robinhood, and the reason why I don't like Robinhood is because there's no staking programs on there. There's no interest return programs on there for crypto. You know what I'm saying? And I got to get something back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug says the best wallet is the Phantom Note. So that's what's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check out that Phantom wallet. You know what I'm saying? My brother uses Exodus and I'm Token. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's what's good. This impressive surge marks Bitcoin's best weekly performance since the U.S. banking crisis in March of 2023, which saw Silicon Valley's banks collapse and Silvergate Bank's liquidation. Now, let's talk about this, right? Why is it that when we talk about these particular things, nobody really discusses these things in terms of how, quote unquote, fiat currency could, quote unquote, be a scam? It seems like when it comes to the quote unquote critiques in this regard, only cryptocurrency is sensitive to those type of critiques. And my question is, why is it that people don't give fiat currency and the stock market the same type of scrutiny that they give crypto? That's my question. Let me know what you guys think. Bitcoin has surged, all right? Bitcoin has surged from 69,000 to almost 90,000 within the last 5 days, fueled by positive sentiment and fear of missing out, FOMO, all right? leading both retail and institutional investors to increase their exposure. All right. At press time, Bitcoin trades at $85,957, up over 24% for the week. All right, up over 24% for the week. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Imagine if you were an Elon Musk. Imagine if you were an Elon Musk. If you had a big cryptocurrency portfolio with it expanding at these kind of rates, what kind of profits would you be shaving off? That's my question. Shout out to my man, DSB. What is good with it, bro? Good to see you as always. Make sure you guys show my man DSB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for my man DSB, funding the organization and growing the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Definitely appreciate it. And shout out to everybody watching, man. If you guys have not hit that like button yet, help me out. Hit that like button. Also, make sure if you guys haven't shared the stream, please take a moment, share the stream to your social media. All right. So now here says this recent bullish momentum was further spurred by Donald Trump's win in the 2024 U.S. presidential election, which inspired confidence in more business-friendly regulations. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How do you position yourself to take advantage of this as a quote-unquote extra political mean? Shout out to Mama Zeke. What's good with it, Mama Zeke? How do you position yourself to take advantage of this as an extra political mean? This is how. This is what I had said in the Discord, right? You know, I didn't vote for anybody, right? But what I advise people to do is to position yourself so that whoever is in charge, not only are you able to work with them, right? But so that you can also benefit from whatever it is that they did. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. We don't even need all these people, you know, Al Sharpton and all them sitting up there talking about, oh, you know, people just voting for Trump. I didn't vote for Trump, but guess what? We already got a stimulus check. Everybody all happy about them $600, $1,000, $2,000 stimulus checks. The crypto pump that we got, if you got a decent portfolio, we already outdid any type of initiative as far as a stimulus check that's going to get sent out. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. And shout out to Cameron Jones. Facts. No matter who loses, we win. Facts. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of what I be saying. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was like, yo, I'm not voting for anybody, but yo, I really would like to see my crypto wallet increase. So if Trump win, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad. I might actually be mad if Kamala Harris win because I don't know if the market would have done this with a Kamala Harris win. As a matter of fact, I don't think that the market would have done this with a Kamala Harris win because Kamala Harris is part of the Democrats, and everybody knows that the Democrats, for the most part, are restrictive on cryptocurrency, right? And they push for a tightly regulated market, which is one of the reasons why so many crypto exchanges have gone down and is also part of the artificial factors keeping the prices of a lot of these cryptos down, keeping them way undervalued, like Ethereum and Solana, if you ask me. And if you ask me for real, even at $90,000 right now, Bitcoin is actually undervalued. You know what I'm saying? Because all of the tokens aren't in circulation. So, you know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, we'll never really see the true value of Bitcoin until all of the tokens are in circulation. And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, it'll only be our grandkids who will be able to take advantage of that, our grandkids and our great-grandkids. You know what I'm saying? We'll be in another realm by then, right? Shout out to Lehman Lucas. Let's do a sound check real quick. Lehman Lucas says he lost sound. If you guys can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up. If you guys are not able to hear me, give me a thumbs down or an angry face. Let me know if you guys can hear me. All right. Quasi, I would check out Cash App if I was you. Whatever you can do to make your money as liquid and easy to access as you can, that would be what I would do. You know what I'm saying? All right, so everybody can hear. So Lehman Lucas, what I would advise you to do is try to just close out YouTube and then try to come back and see if that helps. All right. So Bitcoin-focused investment funds also saw significant inflows. Look at this, with $2.6 billion moving into Bitcoin spot ETFs in the last 5 days, as per Farside Investors data. All right. As interest in Bitcoin grows, a potential altcoin season is emerging, presenting promising growth opportunities for select altcoins. Now, I want to ask you guys your opinions. Which coins? Oh, you did that, and is it working? Can you hear me now? Which altcoins do you all think would be the best to get into? Let me know what you guys think. Below are some of the, now this is what this crypto news is saying. Below are some of the best crypto to buy now, including Bonk, Kronos, and Nero. Now, here's my thing, right? I don't know if I would advise people to buy any of these right now. I don't know Nero, right? So I can't really say too much about Nero. I've never messed with Nero. Bonk is up like 50% today, and Kronos, I mean, it's basically like doubled, you know what I'm saying, in the last 6 days. You guys know how I feel. The way that I feel is it's always best to get everything that you can when the market is in the red and hold it. In my opinion, the best thing to do, right? This is an opinion, it's not investment advice. The best thing to do is buy on crashes, sell during greed. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Make it very simple for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Do it exactly like how you do if you go shopping at a store. You know what I'm saying? You never go and try to find the most expensive products. You always use coupons and go to the discount and the clearance rack. Anytime crypto fails or crypto falls or there's a crash, that's the discount rack. That's the discount rack. Shout out to Thomas Wilson. Thomas Wilson says Solana XRP. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I don't know if you saw the stream that I did a couple of days ago, but they're predicting, and again, this is predictions. I don't know how true this is going to be. Solana end of the year prices at between $600 and $1,000 possibly. All right. So I don't know about those predictions. Those are some pretty strong predictions. You know what I'm saying? We'll see if it gets there or not. You know what I'm saying? But if it does, hey, that's what's good, right? Bonk, a pioneering meme coin and one of the best cryptos to buy on the Solana blockchain, has captured attention with its strong user base and trading volume. Bonk is currently trading, look at this, at 0.000029 with an increase of 18.65% in the last 24 hours and has tested the 0.000034 resistance level before finding support at 0.000028. Now, as you guys know, these are old figures, right? Because we just looked up here at this ticker, right? And we looking at the, let's look at the bonk. I don't think it shows the bonk price, but I think that bonk is up higher than that right now. I think that bonk is up higher than that right now. If anybody knows where bonk is at right now, somebody let me know in the chat. All right. Now, shout out to Thomas, right? Thomas said Solana and XRP. All right. According to CoinGecko, the Solana meme token sector surpassed $10 billion in trading volume on November 11th, marking the highest demand for Solana-based memes since 2020. All right. This bullish sentiment for memes, community-driven events, and integration across Solana's DeFi protocols have contributed to Bonk's appeal. Technically, Bonk shows bullish signals with its upward trending mass index indicating potential trend reversals. All right. With the bull-bear power reflecting a strong bullish bias, Bonk may break the weakened 0.000034 resistance, potentially aiming for 0.00005. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people would be happy to see Bonk at 0.00005? If that would be something that would benefit you, give me a thumbs up. If not, then give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, I got a nice bag of Bonk back when we all bought it. Bro, facts. What is your Bonk bag looking like now? Shout out to John Guillory. What's good with it, bro? What's the Bonk bag looking like now? You know what I'm saying? So now we talking about Chronos, and Chronos, this is crypto.com territory right here. Anybody who is part of the crypto.com crew, you definitely got you some Chronos. And this is what I'm saying about how crypto.com, they really make it where it's real easy for you to capitalize on a lot of high-end trading tools that are made to be user friendly. You know what I'm saying? I really like crypto.com a lot. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said me and AB got bonked during the same stream, bro. I remember that because I remember I don't even think it was a stream we was talking about crypto on. I just kind of threw it out there like, yeah, man, y'all should check out Bonk. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. And Crow, you know what I'm saying? Crow is going crazy, man. Crow. And now this isn't Crow with Knife, right? Because Crow with Knife is CAW. This is Crow. This is Chronos. Chronos, formerly known as Crypto.com coin, has experienced a remarkable 15.52% raise in the last 24 hours with an impressive 127% gain since the beginning of the month. You know what I'm saying? A 127% gain since the beginning of the month. Crow's latest rally has reignited optimism about reaching its all-time high of 96 cents by late 2024. Listen, what I tell y'all about Crow. If Crow reaches $1, listen, man, let me shout out to John. Y'all see John? John said, I agree 1000%. Crypto is very user-friendly. It's very user-friendly. And if you ask me, it gives you more forced ways to learn, and there's more ways to earn on crypto.com than there is on Coinbase. You know what I'm saying? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. And shout out to everybody who's watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right. Initially struggling, and this is what you want right here. When you're buying, you want to look for struggle times. All right. You want to look for struggle times. You know what I'm saying? You want to look for struggle times. When things are going good, that is not the best time to buy. You know what I'm saying? Now, shout out to the people in the Discord, right? Because they'll tell you, I kind of tell people my logic on what I do, right? My logic for how I go about this is very simple. It's very reasonable. It makes sense, and it has definitely checked out. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. It's very simple. It checks out, and it works. We've seen multiple examples of it working. We for the most part, I would say, as far as the Discord go, we got it. We've got this pretty much down to a science. Pretty much down to a science. We got the quality control going pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Initially struggling during the 2022-2023 bear market, Crow rebounded in Q1 of 2024, drawing significant liquidity and bringing trading volumes back to 2021 bull run levels. Currently, Crow sits between 20 cents and 23 cents, with a breakout past this range potentially ushering in a strong bullish trend and seen as one of the best cryptos to buy. One of the best cryptos to buy. You know what I'm saying? I bought my Crow, the majority of it, at 7 cents. I bought the majority of my Crow at 7 cents. All right. In the fourth quarter of 2024, Chronos plans to roll out its Level Up program and Chronos AI tools, followed by new card services in Latin America, the Middle East, and in Africa in Q2 of 2025, and expanded banking services by 2025. All right. For real, the Chronos, if you ask me what Chronos does, Chronos is their goal for the most part is to have it seems like, right? It seems like Chronos's goal for the most part is to have everybody who is a crypto.com user to have at least $1 million worth of Crow. if you ask me, all of the little games that they have, all of the little bonuses that they have, they want everybody who participates in crypto.com, they want everybody to have at least $1 million in Crow. It seems like to me. That's what it seems like. They try to push the investor. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. All right. So now I'm not too sure about Nero. All right. So I can't really say too much. I don't have any experience with Nero. So this is going to be a learning experience for me too. Nero, community enlargement and technical analysis point to further gains. All right. Nero, the Ethereum-based sister project of Cabuso Doge, launched after Cabuso's passing in May, emphasizes community engagement and charitable initiatives. Since its September 16th Binance listing, Nero has surged from a $15 million market cap to over $1 billion. Like, do you all see how fast these things grow? But then they also crash just as fast if you pick the wrong one. So you got to be careful with what you do. You know what I'm saying? Binance's listing decision has triggered a wild ride. Oh, you know what? Nero ETH. I actually do have this. I think they got this on crypto.com. Yeah, I do have this. Binance's listing decision has targeted a wild ride. Nero ETH plummets 42%, while Nero skyrockets 1,000% overnight. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? That is wild. Currently trading at 0.002663, Nero has gained 11.21% in the last 24 hours, just 16.3% below its all-time high of 0.003. Nero's rally in its fifth and final upward wave since August, with technical analysis suggesting further price upside. I don't think that there's anything right now where a downside is being suggested. Has anybody seen anything that's showing a downside suggested anywhere? If you guys have, let me know. All right. The next target of 0.00568 will reveal if the trend will continue or reverses. This rally may position Nero as one of the best crypto to buy for investors focusing on community-based crypto projects. Better alternatives to consider. All right. So now they're talking about some other alternatives. New York Digital Investment Group head of research Greg Cipollario recently highlighted that Trump's Bitcoin endorsement and anticipated regulatory shifts could boost Bitcoin popularity, potentially triggering a new altcoin season. BlockchainCenters.net's altcoin season index indicated that typical altcoin season starts when over 75% of altcoins outperform Bitcoin in 3 months. The last such season occurred in January of 2022. All right, so according to the specifications, it's been a while since it's been an altcoin season, based on the altcoin season definition. For those looking to capitalize on potential liquidity, Crypto.com News has identified promising meme coin pre-sales for November of 2024, providing an entry point into the meme coin market before they go public. All right, and if you ask me, that is one of the best ways to get them. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the best ways to get them. Pepe is going crazy, man. It's up 45.71%. Like, man, that is wild, man. That is wild. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. All right. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. All right. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I wanted to try to get into some of this reproductive rights stuff. But at the same time, no, I'm so excited about crypto. I want to still talk about crypto. So we could do like this. We could, if you guys want to, we could do a part 1 and a part 2. I could get through as much crypto stuff as I can, and then I can do a part 2 and finish up with the reproductive rights stuff. Or I can just skip out on the crypto stuff and start with the reproductive stuff right now. What do you guys want to do? Let me know in the comment section what you guys want to do. All right. And while you guys are letting me know what you want to do in the comment section, we're going to take a quick look at a video. Of course, take a wild guess where it's from. Of course, right? Of course it's from Sky News. You know what I'm saying? A video from Sky News that's talking about what's going on at CNN. All right? Because I don't know if anybody's heard, but CNN and MSNBC are about to have some really, really rough times ahead. Shout out to Quasi. Quasi says right now, AJ says crypto. Thomas says part 1, part 2. All those sound like winners. All those sound like winners. Let's get it.
So let's go to some good news. As a result of the US election, CNN have started laying off staff, and MSNBC have lost a huge chunk of their audience. CNN, back in 2016, their election coverage had 13.3 million viewers. But at the most recent election, just a week ago, they went from 13.3 million viewers in 2016 to just 5 million viewers.
Now, let me ask you guys this. Why do you all think that this is happening? And I don't know if anybody has paid attention to it, but Joy Reid's got the crosshairs on her, and I wouldn't be surprised if what happened to Tiffany Cross and Don Lemon happens to Joy Reid in the near future. If you guys think that what happened to Don Lemon and Tiffany Cross will happen to Joy Reid in the near future, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down.
Fox News, by comparison, had twice that many people tuning in to their election coverage. It seems like people didn't want to watch an election coverage from people who'd spent 4 years lying to them. In fact, I suspect about half of the audience that did tune into CNN were people like me who just wanted to see how they were doing because we were concerned about their mental health. As results started to come in, MSNBC primetime viewership has decreased by 54% in the days after the election, while Fox viewership for the same prime.
So check this out, right? Isn't it? It's interesting. This is interesting, right? The viewership on MSNBC and CNN has decreased in an opposite trend to the way that cryptocurrency has increased. So there is a inverse negative correlation with the price increases and surges in cryptocurrency and the plummeting of liberal media. What do you guys think about that?
Time slot has gone up 61%. Again, I can't imagine why people don't want to tune into MSNBC right now. I mean, who doesn't want to turn on the television? And
shout out to my man AB Promotions. What's good with it, bro? And shout out to everybody watching. I really appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit that bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media.
Hear that you're racist and misogynist and watch TV hosts crying. So this is more good news from the election. The progressive left media have absolutely shot themselves in the foot with their lies, with their carry-on. And I had to laugh today with CNN. They published this article on their website. It was headed, Trump's win, I like this, Trump's win was real, but not a landslide. I like the fact that I have to put in, it was actually real, it was real, but not a landslide. I mean, it was a big...
Now, let me ask you guys this question. CNN, as you guys just heard, they put out this article and it says Trump's win was real, but not a landslide. Here goes my question. What was it then? What are we saying that Trump's win was?
Biggest electoral college win by a Republican in 36 years. The biggest popular vote by a Republican ever. Yeah. He won the House. He won the Senate. He won every swing state. And CNN said, but it wasn't a landslide. They're trying to convince us that their predictions...
Well, actually, if you look at Grover Cleveland's second presidency in the 19th century, you can see that, in fact, he outperformed on all the...
Right.
But so this is there's a couple of... One is obviously that these two networks were just bullshitting people and just telling them that black was white and telling them that Kamala was going to win. And, of course, once you have all these experts who are telling you that they're smarter than you, and I think one of MSNBC's slogans actually...
Now, here go again, right? It's just like with the cryptocurrency, right? When it came to how we were calling this, we were using very logical, very simple explanations, right? And what's fascinating about this is, I want you guys to see, do you guys remember how I kept hammering on them about how they were calling everybody else mis and disinformation? If you guys remember that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't remember that, give me a thumbs down. The reason why that is important is because if you ask me, the results of the election show that these mainstream media outlets who point their finger at social media content creators and podcasters and call us mis and disinformation, this shows that they are the ones that are putting out the mis and disinformation. How could they possibly have all these experts working for them and be so wrong about everything? They can't. Shout out to Lavanya. What's good with it, Lavanya? They can't. There is no possible way that you could have this many experts working for you, right? And just be wrong about everything. Now, how many experts do we have working for us? We don't have any experts working for us. I got a calculator, I got AI, I got a computer, and shout out to the people, Brooklyn Queen, shout out to DC Precise, shout out to AB Promotions, everybody that puts information and articles in the Discord. That's what we got. That's what we have working for us. And with that little amount of resources, at what percentage would you say we are more accurate than the mainstream media? Let me know.
We're going to make you smarter if you watch us. That they're actually feeding you the exact opposite of what is true. Obviously, you have a huge amount of people who, even if they may be sympathetic to that side of politics, are just going to switch off because they think, well, you led me up the garden path. I was telling my friends, at the barbecue or the dinner party, all the stuff you were saying, trying to be smart because you were meant to make me smart, and you made me look like an idiot. And then the other thing is, of course, after the result, you have articles like this, and you have the most ridiculous pontificating crap that they had out there. This is going to be a tough day for all those, people of color and women and children and little furry cats and kittens and penguins. It's just, I just don't even know what that was. And so, again, even after they told all their audiences that this wasn't going to happen, and then it did happen, they're now almost trying to retrofit the gaslight and saying, what just happened didn't actually happen. Here's why. And I love all those little explainers. You'll see the Guardian does, Donald Trump is actually Hitler. Here's why. It's like, as though you're so stupid that you need to be explained to it. And I think people are just sick of elite progressives with a university degree treating them like they're idiots and explaining things to them like they're 5-year-olds. And they've actually done studies on this sort of language, the age group, the language of it, the different candidates. And you can imagine with Donald Trump, it's just fight, fight, fight. So he's basically sort of, toddler level, but there's no pretense there. Even Kamala Harris, they found, talks to people like they're kind of tweens, like they're sort of slightly disobedient people with kids with, a hormone problem. And she talks down there, no, you're not going to.
Now, here's the thing, right? I actually agree with what this guy is saying. And if you pay very close attention to the shaming language that has been used, right, that substantiates everything that this guy is saying. And what did we say? Shout out to Telegram. What's good with the Telegram? We've said that kind of language is a turnoff to people. No longer are we living in an era where people are really going to be positively responsive to that kind of language. For the most part, people are going to listen to that nonsense. They're going to pick up on it, and then they're going to turn it off. One of the things that has been such a gift for content creators is just the mishaps and failures to evolve and failures to correct incorrect processes that a lot of these people in the mainstream media have made, because they don't listen to the critiques. They turn around and call the critiques mis and disinformation. Then they continue to keep doing everything wrong. And as they're doing everything wrong, then they turn around and fall flat on their face. And then they act like they don't know why they're bruised when they get up.
Going to go out too late tonight, okay? Because, of course, we all need to stay together as a family and look after the lawn because, of course, I grew up middle class. So you're going to come along with me on this journey, okay? All right, great. Remember the joy. And that's what people vote against. That is what they absolutely hate. And these guys are doing it again.
Legacy media, and Elon Musk tweeted this. Legacy media is dead. Regime media is dead. Even the low info regime bots have figured out you guys aren't telling us the truth. You talk up Kamala Harris like she's the best thing since sliced bread. She's clearly a moron. Prior to that, you told us that Joe Biden was firing on all.
What does it say at the bottom, guys? What does it say at the bottom? Now, we talked about this over on the other channel yesterday, right? What does it say at the bottom? Woke media is taking a beating. Woke media is taking a beating. Now, when they say woke media, what do they mean? Now, here's another question. What kind of beating is it taking? See, this is all very interesting.
Old barrels, nothing to see here. It turns out he's in the advanced stages of senility and can't walk through sand, poor bloke. Donald Trump coined fake news back in 2016, and here we are almost a decade later, and people are realizing he wasn't exaggerating. These guys are just lying to your face. And when Elon Musk says...
Shout out to Thomas Wilson. Thomas Wilson said, let's discuss what we will buy with profits. I'm thinking real estate, MNG company, and auto car wash. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. One thing that I really wouldn't be mad at is if y'all buy super chats with the profits. Shout out to you, bro. Make sure that you guys show Thomas Wilson some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Thomas Wilson for funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching dimes.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money.
Now I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to get with more of my profits. What I'm going to get with more of my profits is I'm going to get more crypto when it crashes. I'm waiting for it now. At this point, I'm in a dormant stage, and what I'm doing is I'm reverse dollar cost averaging with stable coins, and then once a crash happens, I'm gonna buy everything back. That's what I'm doing. And the reason why is, if you ask me, right, this is one of the reasons why I say that I believe that crypto is a perfect asset. Cryptocurrency is increasing in its value at a higher rate than any other asset in the world. You can look this up. This is a statistical fact, right? Because of that, if it has a higher earning potential than anything else, why do anything else? The only reason why I would do anything else is to simply offset the possible risk. So, I might get like some commodities, some gold, some silver, whatever, just to protect myself from any type of volatility that there may be. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to reinvest into high yield assets, mainly in the digital marketplace. And the reason why is because there's no maintenance cost, right? Other than, electricity and, your phone bill, your internet, all that stuff. I don't have to collect rent from anybody. I don't have to have an accountant or hire employees, none of that, right? So you have this situation to where, you can have these little assets that are low maintenance assets and they're high return assets. So that's my strategy. That's what I'm going to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Is that these guys are dead in the water now. This was before we knew their ratings had plummeted so badly. He's pointing to the fact that when you look at every single one of the podcasts that Trump and J.D. Vance rocked up to, we're talking Tucker Carlson, Theo Von, Candace Owens, Joe Rogan, the most watched podcast in the world. Those combined.
Now, here's another thing, right? Do you guys see why I harp on? See, like this is why I stress the stuff that I stress. And this is what I'm saying about why it's so important for us to create a large-scale news network, a large-scale cultural podcast where people are talking about ideas, where we could take control of the conversations based on a large viewership, also known as a quote-unquote message blast radius. If that makes sense, give me a thumbs up. If it doesn't make sense, give me a thumbs down. All of these things that I've been talking about for all of these years, these are many of the things that are low-cost mechanisms that helped Trump win the election. These are low-cost, high effectiveness, high efficiency mechanisms that helped Trump win the election. Not only did it help Trump win the election, it also helped to accelerate a quote-unquote cultural shift here in the United States as well.
To that, you told us that Joe Biden was firing on all barrels. Nothing to see here. It turns out he's in the advanced stages of senility and can't walk through sand, poor bloke. Donald Trump coined fake news back in 2016, and here we are almost a decade later, and people are realizing he wasn't exaggerating. These guys are just lying to your face. And when Elon Musk says that these guys are dead in the water now, this was before we knew their ratings had plummeted so badly, he's pointing to the fact that when you look at every single one of the podcasts that Trump and J.D. Vance rocked up to, we're talking Tucker Carlson, Theo Von, Candace Owens, Joe Rogan, the most watched podcast in the world. Those combined, their viewerships, millions and millions of people, outweigh any MSNBC, outweigh any CNN, even if you combine their numbers.
Do you guys see what I'm talking about the size and scope of these podcasters? And it's important because they have control of their narrative. These are people that literally helped to get their own president. If that makes sense, give me a thumbs up. If it does not make sense, give me a thumbs down. So now the problem is that you got people on YouTube and, people even in the real world who deny these facts and they don't believe this and they just can't turn with the change of the time. It is 2024. Things are changing. things are changing, and you either change with the change or you go the way of the dinosaur. And we're going to see a lot of people go the way of the dinosaur. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug says, facts. No one ever going to be platformed to ask people like this what woke is. About to get 4 years plus of the woke dog whistle. Bro, man, I tell you what, we're going to be there for it. We're going to be there for it. And I tell you what, by the time 2028 gets here, it's going to matter more to some people than it matters to us. And the reason why it's going to matter more to some people than it matters to us is because we're going to have to hire people to count our money. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to be worried about that too much.
Is the influence that people have now, which is why one of Elon's reoccurring tweets is, we are the media now. You, the people, are the media now, and why our government and others are doing everything they can within their power to crank down on these social media giants, their influencers. Millions of people follow them because they want to. They would rather tune into these honest podcasters who aren't perfect, but they're honest. They're not coming from an agenda. They're not government. They're not regime media that gets their marching orders from several levels up and just regurgitating what they're saying that they can or can't say.
Like how we just proved yesterday that Al Sharpton does, right? Roland Martin does. And probably a bunch of other people do too that just haven't been exposed yet.
This is the way of the future. And
That's right. It is. And you can catch my podcast, The Real Story with Joe Hildebrand, wherever you get your podcast. Download it now.
You see, he shamelessly plugged himself. I ain't mad about it. Shout out to Carlton Way. Carlton said the monolith will go from counting votes to counting dollars. Bro, facts. I'm trying to be an elite. I want to be one of these elites that people are scared of. I just want to get online and be like, let's talk about population control. You know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? Like over there at Blacklight, they went live about population control. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we ain't even talking about population control. We're just gonna do that to scare people because why not? You know what I'm saying? They already saying that. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. If you guys agree with Win Lose a Rug, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Win Lose a Rug said the monolith is going to say that crypto is right wing. Bro, they saying that already. They already say that crypto is right wing. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but like, bro, look at this. It's crazy how many anti-cryptocurrency people voted for Trump and they didn't even get they didn't even get a reward from the vote for Trump. Like, they didn't even get a reward from it. Like, you voted for Trump and like I didn't vote for Trump and I got all the rewards from your vote. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what look, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. Thank you. You better thank a Trump supporter. Hey, how many of y'all agree with me? You better thank a Trump supporter. That's why every time TD come in the chat, hey, thank you, TD. Thank you, Trump supporter. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you what, man, listen. One way to really upset people is when you take great profits off of their hard works. Man, it's been so many people on YouTube and all over the place. The first thing that they type into the chat is Trump 2024, Trump, you know, whatever, right? And what's hilarious about it is like, yo, listen, man, I'm not even voting. Then you got people flipping out. Anybody that's not voting for Kamala Harris or anybody that's on the couch, what are you going to do when Trump gets into office? I don't know. I'm going to count my cryptocurrency every day. That's what I've been doing since Trump, you know what I'm saying, won. And there's a lot of people that voted for Trump that's not doing that. A lot of people voted for Trump because of the quote-unquote immigration stance. And as a result of their vote for Trump, they could have actually got something out of the crypto, but they are anti-crypto. And this is one of the reasons. Do you guys remember when we did that video about J.D. Vance and all of the millionaires that support J.D. Vance? And I was like, yo, Trump offered tangibles to the crypto community. Do you guys remember when I said that? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. What's good with it, Brooklyn Queen? If you guys remember when I said that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't remember when I said that, give me a thumbs down. I kept saying that. Trump offered tangibles to the crypto community, right? I don't know what to say. Look at this. Shout out to Thomas. Thomas, you still in the chat? XRP price prediction. All right. XRP soars 7% after Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse hints at Trump meeting, while this meme coin staking ICO roars past $3.5 million. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Which meme coin staking ICO are they probably talking about going past $3.5 million? Right. Hashtag the lift. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the lift. Yeah, bro. So we got XRP up on the board, moving 7%. That's what's good. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the XRP price soared 7% in the last 24 hours to trade at 66 cents as of 3 a.m. Eastern time on a trading volume that surged 138% to $11.8 billion. This follows indications that Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse may have met with President-elect Donald Trump. All right. Garlinghouse liked a Zach Rector post on X, seemingly indicating that there had been a meeting with Trump. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, XRP price is set for a sustained bullish trend. All right. Now, how many people in the chat are invested in XRP? Shout out to the people that are invested in XRP. If you're invested in XRP, give me a thumbs up. If you're not, give me a thumbs down. We about to do 1 million Bitcoin March. Shout out to my man Fanteezy. What's good with it, bro? DC Precise says, just so you know, I won't be marching for any of y'all. You crypto people are heathens and ignorant, bro. Facts. And we got the money. We will be having the money to truly be heathens and ignorant. Matter of fact, bro, I'm telling you, if I get rich the way I'm trying to get rich with crypto, like I've been trying since 2017, bro, I'm telling you, I'm going to have a heathen and rich party every single week. And it's going to look like the Love Me video with Lil Wayne, and I'm just gonna make people hate me, and I don't care because I'm gonna have the money to not care, like 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. You know what I'm saying, bro? Hey, look, shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said about to make a coin called Lyft. Yo, bro, we should actually do that. It should be a meme coin with utility that actually has a community that's based on media, news, and information in order to empower people to have autonomy of thought. You know what I'm saying? And quality control on the information. It'd be a meme coin. Throw it out there on the Solana chain. You know what I'm saying? Hey, see what happened, man. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shatera. What's good with it, Shatera? Yeah. I'm down. If y'all think that it's a go, if it's a go, throw the rockets in the chat. And then we could do the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all stake y'all Ethereum on it, you know what I'm saying? You know, we'll throw you a whole bunch of coins. We exchange the coin for Ethereum, you know what I'm saying? Or Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying? So now here it says the XRP USD chart analysis on day one time frame shows the XRP price experiencing a recent bullish breakout after a prolonged period of consolidation. Price is now pushing upwards as evidenced by the sharp rise and increased volume, indicating strong buying interest. All right. XRP price bulls are using the 50-cent support to sustain the uptrend, according to data from Gecko Terminal. All right. The price of XRP now trades above both the 50-day and 200-day simple moving averages, which supports the asset's general bullish prospects. All right. And again, now, when they say it's been dealing with a prolonged period of consolidation, let me ask you guys this question. And shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Yo, it's pretty easy to launch a coin on Solana. It's probably the best bet. It's the easiest. It's probably the easiest way on Solana, for real. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure we could get it figured out. We could probably get it figured out in less than 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you guys this. How long has XRP been in a quote unquote period of consolidation? It seems, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like XRP has been between 25 and 50 cents at the very least for like the last 5 years, more possibly than that. Maybe there was some brief periods of it, you know what I'm saying, going to like 75 cents here and there. But I swear that XRP has literally been stuck at between 25 and 50 cents for at the very least, for 5 years, which is wild. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to have a bunch of XRP, but I sold all my XRP when it went up to, back in the day, when it went up to $4. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when it went from 25 cents to $4 overnight during like the very first crypto surge that I had ever experienced in my life. I got rid of all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I had it all on Binance too, man. I bought Bitcoin with it and sent that bad boy to Coinbase quick fast. Shout out to DC Precise. You see that? DC Precise says pump.fun to make your Solana coin. There you go. Lith. Hashtag Lith. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Hashtag Lith. Then we could make another coin. Like we could make a layer 2 coin called hashtag mono. We could make another one called hashtag mono. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the relative strength index has entered the overbought territory above 70. Now, let me ask you guys this, because these indexes and ratios, these are things that they really need to become familiar with, right? What is a relative strength index, right? And what does the overbought territory mean? What does that mean? The overbought territory above 70 suggests that XRP may be due for a short-term pullback or consolidation. All right. However, overbought conditions in strong uptrends can persist. So while this could indicate a cooling period, it doesn't necessarily mean an immediate reversal. All right. So what that means is that it might buy you time at that falsely inflated price. All right. The moving average divergence line is above the signal line, reflecting strong bullish momentum. All right. The MACD histogram also shows positive bars, which confirm the ongoing upward momentum. All right. XRP price prediction. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Where are we going with XRP? Where are we going with XRP? Where's the price going? Let me know what you guys think. All right. According to the XRP US dollar chart analysis, the XRP price is on a bullish stance, which the bulls aim to sustain as they capitalize on the major indicators. If the bulls capitalize on the main indicators, including the RSI and the MACD, they could push XRP to finally hit the dollar resistance level. So shout out to my experts in the chat, right? My question for you guys is, what do you all think are the chances of XRP hitting $1? And what do you think the time frame of that possibility is? Let me know what y'all think. Shout out to the replay gang. Make sure y'all drop your opinions on that as well. All right. However, as the RSI roars, the asset may become overvalued, which, as we already know, it already is overvalued. The RSI is 70, right? Which may result in the price plunging to the 0.5454 cents support level, coinciding with the 50-day SMA. As the XRP price soars, investors are also buying, as you guys can see, they're putting this out here, Crypto All-Stars, which Claybro, a popular crypto YouTuber with over 130K subscribers, says could soar 10x after its launch. All right. So there's that. All right. So, and you know, they've been talking about this Crypto All-Stars. We've been talking about that. All right. So we're going to talk about Pepe real quick. Shout out to Dwayne. What's good with it, Dwayne? Now, I want to ask you all about Pepe, right? How many people are invested in Pepe? If you're invested in Pepe, give me a thumbs up. If you're not invested in Pepe, then give me a thumbs down. Why am I asking about if you're invested in Pepe? Because Pepe is going crazy right now. That's why. I mean, when I say Pepe is going crazy right now, Pepe is going crazy right now. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people bought Pepe when we first started talking about it? Here's a better question. If you did buy Pepe when we first started talking about it, how many people wish that they had bought more? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? That is the question. Pepe's successor, Pepe Unchained, all right, draws massive whale buys. Biggest meme coin pre-sale ever to end in 30 days. So this Pepe Unchained, its pre-sale is the biggest pre-sale ever. You know what I'm saying? It's the biggest pre-sale ever. All right. Pepe's successor, Pepe Unchained, has raised $28 million in the largest meme coin pre-sale ever. As the sector surges past a $100 billion valuation and Bitcoin sets its sights on $100,000. In the past 24 hours alone, Pepe Unchained has raised $500,000 as contributors pile into the project. There are now only 30 days left to snap up the tokens before the shutter comes down on the biggest meme coin presale, as crypto fans eye a chance to repeat the astronomical returns of Pepe. Now, do you guys remember when we talked about Pepe and I showed you guys that article where the $250 investment ended up being worth like, what was it, like $2 million or something like that? Shout out to Cameron. You see that right there? I bought $15 of it. It's now worth $40. That's damn near a 400% return. Now, what's the time frame on that return, Cameron? Now, again, when we talk about the time frames and stuff like that, we got to ask these questions, right? Is your bank giving you returns like that? Is your IRA giving you returns like that? Is your 401k giving you returns like that? That's the question. See that? Shout out to DC Precise. DC Precise says Bitcoin is at $93,000. What day is it today? It's Wednesday today. Let me ask you guys this. Are we hitting $100,000 by Friday? How many people think that we're going to hit $100,000 by Friday? If you guys think that Bitcoin is going to hit $100,000 by Friday, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, give me a thumbs down. Now, you see this? Shout out to Cameron. Cameron bought $15 of Pepe on March 15th. It's now worth $40. Not bad, right? Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Now, look, listen. Now, shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Win, Lose, or Rug. Now, this is what I was saying in the Discord. Now do you see what I was saying about the meme coins? Like they have a purpose and there's a rhyme and a reason for them. They just another tool in getting to the pathway. You feel me? You feel me? Now, the thing that's crazy about it, right, is shout out to those of us who rock with crypto. Cryptocurrency has destroyed our expectations for investments. Because of the type of returns and the type of volatilities and different things that we're used to as far as the cryptocurrency market goes, if somebody says, I have a good rate for you for an investment, you'll get a guaranteed 5%, APY if you let me lock your money up for 5 years, we're going to look at them like they're crazy. Because we got liquid money that's getting more than 5% depending on how you buy it. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. And this is what I'm saying. Cryptocurrency is new financial technology. Everything that is new financial technology is not a scam because people don't understand it. If you ask me, you're scamming yourself by not understanding it. Okay? You're scamming yourself by not understanding it. Now, I want you guys to just be introspective real quick, right? Think about all the people that have called cryptocurrency a scam. Why am I saying think about all the people that have called cryptocurrency a scam? I'm saying that to say this. When is the last time that you have heard about a bank or a financial institution under heavy regulation by the United States government, constantly in court and constantly trying to get things approved? Do you guys remember how long it took Bitcoin to get the ETFs approved? Now, why am I asking that? I'm asking that because of this. How often do people get letters in the mail about class action lawsuits involving their banks overcharging people on overdraft fees? That's my question. So again, I got to ask the question, why is crypto not given the same fair opportunities that fiat currency is given? The reason why is because people are resistant to new technology. People are resistant to the future. People will deny facts. They will deny reality to maintain whatever type of construct they've created in their head to keep them comfortable in an uncomfortable world. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said 100%. The meme coin season is in, bro. Facts, bro. I'm listen. The way I look at meme coins like flipping packs. You feel me? I look at meme coins like flipping packs. Like you could flip some meme coins, bro. Like you flip them. You know what I'm saying? Like you get it, like you buy it, you chill out on it. You know what I'm saying? And then when something like this happens, you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? You do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, depending on when you are reading this, there's now only 1 day to go before the next staged price increase. So PEPU, which is Pepe Unchained, is currently selling at what could be its lowest ever price of 1 cent, basically. The accelerating run rate for the ICO is a vote of confidence in the project and its unique product offering. But it is also a realization that PEPU has every chance of being the next Pepe. And that could deliver life-changing gains for early buyers. All right. Look at this. All right. I want you guys to pay very close attention to this. Since its launch in April of 2023, Pepe has returned 46,166% for its early investors, according to CoinMarketCap data. We're going to pause on that note. Since its launch, all right, in April of 2023, Pepe has returned $46,166. Now, let me ask you guys this question. If you had bought $10 worth of Pepe in April of 2023, how much money would that $10 be worth today? Somebody let me know the answer to that in the chat. Shout out to the replay gang. Replay gang, leave it in the comments. I'm going to ask y'all again. If you bought $10 of Pepe in April of 2023, being that its all-time return is $46,166, where would you be at today? Where would you be at today? Let me know. The original Pepe's launch took place in the bear market, which makes its performance even more remarkable. Why? Because of the bear market. And that makes the potential for new unchained versions of Pepe even greater still. All right. A single whale socked $300,000 into PEP-U. Not wanting to miss out, whales are making their presence felt in the Peppy Unchained presale. One of the latest whales to swim into view purchased 19.99 Ethereum of Peppy-U at the time of writing, valued at $64,491. All right. So I want to get to the point to where we can be buying big, giant amounts of these ICOs like this. You know what I'm saying? If you guys would agree that that's a good goal, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. And this is what I'm saying about why, if you ask me, reinvestment is almost a better option than, you know, I'm gonna buy an apartment complex, or, you know, I'm gonna buy a car dealership or something like that. Like, nah, I'm just gonna reinvest in new projects. You know what I'm saying? Another giant transaction for Peppy Unchained saw Ethereum valued at $48,500 used to buy and stake Pep-U by the Peppy fanatic who owns this wallet. All right, it's this wallet right here. Now let me take a look at this wallet right here. See what's going on with this wallet right here. This wallet right here has $57,337 in it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they doing some wild transactions. Wild transactions. Look at this. Hold on, man. I got to show y'all what this wallet is doing. Look at this. Look at what this wallet is doing. You guys see what this wallet? Look at these transactions. Buy with ETH. 14.64 ETH. They transferred 14.64 ETH. All right. Look at this. Buy with ETH. They bought something worth 21.75 ETH. Look at this. At one point, they bought something with 114.15 ETH. Like, these are huge amounts of money. This wallet is funded by Binance. Right now it has 35 tokens in it. You just go all in. You can just go all in somebody's wallet. Chainlink, they got 197. All these weird ERC tokens. Yeah, we definitely got to get the wallets up. Definitely got to get the wallets up. What y'all think? If y'all agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Like, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And real quick, shout out to everybody watching, man. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. All right. So it says here, this is the fourth massive buy into Peppy Unchained by this whale wallet for a cumulative total of over 100 Ethereum, $320,000 worth of Pep-U. All right. Money floods into Peppy Unchained, Binance, and other tier 1 exchange listing beacons. With so much money already behind the project, it is a dead cert that it will be heading for tier 1 exchanges when it comes out of pre-sale. For the savvy traders scouring the market for the next big thing, this is the last chance to get in before the token hits the likes of Binance, crypto's biggest exchange. Investors are looking to get in on the ground floor before the rest of crypto joins the party. When Peppy listed on Binance Exchange in May, it sent the price rocketing on a stellar ride to its all-time high of 0.0000178. All right. Peppy succeeded because it fulfilled its viral potential. Peppy Unchained captures the same viral value, but adds with it a unique feature set, such as Pep-U is an enticing proposition in line to be the next top meme coin success story alongside top 5 meme coins, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Peppy, Dog with Hat, and Bonk. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people have Dog with Hat? If you guys got Dog with Hat, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Mama Zeke. Mama Zeke said, "You feel exposed when everyone can see see your wallet and what's in it." Not really, because nobody knows whose wallet that is. We have no way of knowing. That could be any random wallet. You know what I'm saying? So like we could be like, yeah, you know, this is this wallet did this, right? But we don't know whose wallet it is. So it's still anonymous. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says Pepe Unchained is a first of its kind layer 2 blockchain for meme coins. It has its own decentralized exchange, block explorer, development grants, staking, and bridging chain system for blockchain interoperability. As if that was not enough, last week the team announced the forthcoming rollout of Pepe's Pump Pad, where with just a couple of clicks, users will be able to create their own meme coins. So you guys see this? This win, lose, or rug. You see this right here? This is exactly what we was talking about. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Win, Lose, or Rug said, got to be able to tie the wallet address to the person. Now, shout out to Mama Zeke. Mama Zeke said, I know, but I still had an exposed feeling. Literally, the same thing can be done with a bank account. The exact same thing. Except for the fact that no one can get into your crypto account unless they got the private keys. And all somebody has to do is either get a picture of your bank account or listen to you say the right information, like your birthday or the last 4 of your social security at the bank, and they got you. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's interesting about it is you might hear about a cryptocurrency wallet getting hacked maybe like 2 or 3 times a year. But there's literally stories of people breaking and entering every day. There's literally stories of bank robberies every day. Literally stories of gas station robberies every day. Literally stories of people getting robbed on the street every day. None of that happens with crypto. It's impossible for it to happen. But, you know what I'm saying? There's less safety concerns with crypto than there are with any other form of money. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, people always say, well, you know, crypto is nothing. But the fact that crypto is a digital asset, that's just another layer of safety feature. That means somebody can't like grab it and steal it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just a different way of looking at things. It's a different paradigm. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Win, Lose, or Rug said you can also see all transactions publicly. So if your crypto is ever stolen, you can see exactly where it goes. Exactly. That's why they have those. That's why they have what's called the quote unquote ledgers. Those blockchain logs, like Ethereum scan. You know what I'm saying? Like what we were just on. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time my brother had bought some Crypterium from the Crypterium ICO, and he sent the Ethereum to the wrong wallet, and we was able to find it on ETHScan and get the money right back into his wallet so he could successfully make his Crypterium purchase. If that had happened in real life, had you sent a check to the wrong address, I don't know if you would have had the same luck. You know what I'm saying? You always know where your crypto went on the blockchain. It's not like that with anything else. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, similar to Pump.Fun on the Solana network, Pepe's Pump Pad is bringing the same functionality to Ethereum by leveraging Pepe Unchained's very own layer 2 solution. And for those who want to, look at this, we were just talking about this, start building their own ideas on the Pepe chain, the application process for a developing grant is open now. All right. So look, I should here. Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna put this in the chat and I'm gonna put this in the Discord. Pepe Friends with Benefits grant application. All right. So you can apply for a grant. You know what I'm saying? All right, and I'm gonna put this in the Discord also. And real quick, shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, oh man, hold on real quick. Please make sure you take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right, so here go to Pepe U Grant app. All right, there we go. That should work. Let me know in the chat if that link works. All right, let me know if that link works. Give me 1 second here. All right, so we put this we put this application in the Discord too. All right. So now here it says, with good reason, then, fast-growing crypto wallet app Best Wallet has proclaimed Pepe Unchained to be the token of the week in an X post that has so far had 48,000 views. All right. Early PepU buyers are also taking advantage of the platform's staking option. All right. Which allows token owners to deposit funds into the staking smart contract at the moment they purchase their tokens. What this means is that while you wait for those top tier listings to come, you can start earning rewards straight away at the current rate of 89% per annum. You can earn, look at this. Hold on. I'm about to put this in the Discord too. You could earn 81% staking bonus on your Pepe. That's not bad. That's not bad. Matter of fact, as far as not bad goes, that's actually really good. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Let's see what we can do like that. Boom. All right. Staking rewards will be claimable when the pre-sale is over. The tokenomics are designed so that the rewards available to stakers will be dispersed over a 2-year period that ends in May of 2026. All right. So now check this out. This is what I'm talking about that base 10. Pepe Unchained, the next Pepe poised to turn $1,000 into $100,000, right? So that means it would turn a 10,000 into $1 million. That is, of course, if everything went as calculated, right? YouTube crypto expert Jacob Cryptoberry at respected Bitcoin education news and data site 99 Bitcoins thinks Pepe Unchained could be the next Pepe and is letting its 700,000 strong community know about it. All right. Great optics, fantastic utility, and an eye-watering bull market are some of the reasons why he reckons Pepe Unchained could do a 100x, turning $1,000 into $100,000 in a matter of days or weeks. Now, do you guys remember what we had talked about this morning in the Discord, in the crypto section, about the base 10. All right. So, yeah, this is pretty interesting, man. What do you guys think about this, about Pepe Unchained? So I got another article here about Pepe Unchained, but, you know, I think we got the point as far as Pepe Unchained goes. I think we got the point on Pepe Unchained. Shout out to Rosemary. Make sure y'all show Rosemary some love. Throw some like enforcers in the chat for Rosemary for enforcing the likes. Definitely appreciate it, Rosemary. So let's look at the actual Pepe. Pepe's price breaks out. Could follow Dogecoin's lead to new highs. All right. Meme coins have been surging since November 4th and are the best performing category since the bottom. Interestingly, unlike newer meme coins like Pepe and Floki, Dogecoin is leading the rally. Nevertheless, Pepe has mounted its own rally and broke out from a long-term descending resistance trend line. Let's analyze the Pepe price action and see if this upward movement will take the price to a new all-time high. All right. The weekly time frame chart shows that Pepe has increased alongside an ascending support trend line since April. Last week, it bounced at the ascending support trend line and the 0.000085 horizontal support area, creating a bullish engulfing candlestick. Since this movement also caused a breakout from the descending resistance trend line, it confirmed that a bullish trend reversal has started. All right. Now, let me ask you guys this question. When they say that a quote-unquote bullish trend reversal has started, what does that mean? What does the bullish trend reversal mean? The Pepe price currently trades at the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement resistance level, measuring from an all-time high. This is the final resistance area before Pepe can move to new heights. All right. Technical indicators support the upward movement. All right. What that means is that according to all of the technical indicators, it looks like there's a good chance that Pepe could break past those resistance levels and reach new all-time highs, which will put you in a position to do what? that will put you in a position to do what? Let me know in the chat. The relative strength index reclaimed the 50 lines, while the moving average convergence divergence made a bullish cross. Both are trending upward, implying that the Pepe trend is bullish. All right. Now, this is what analysts are saying. Pepe sentiment on X is decisively bullish, likely because of the increase of Dogecoin and other meme coins. Postly, XBT tweeted that he is building a Pepe position in case it pulls a rally similar to Doge. Max tweeted a similarity between the Pepe and Doge dominance charts, suggesting that a breakout from the current resistance trend can lead to a similar rally for Pepe. All right, which I think we're seeing the start of that today. Finally, Jamie predicts a new all-time high of 0.00013 because of the wave count. Let's look at the wave count and see where Pepe is heading. All right. The most likely wave count implies that Pepe is in the fifth and final wave of its upward movement that started in May of 2023. The breakout from the long-term resistance trend line and triangle confirmed that the price started the final leg of its upward movement. If the count is accurate, Pepe can reach a height of 0.000023, an increase of 76% from the current price. However, if Pepe confirms the upward movement, it is only the first target. All right. Giving wave 5 the same length as wave 1 leads to a target of 0.000044, which would be a 220% increase above the current price. All right. Therefore, the wave count aligns with the positive readings from the weekly time frame, suggesting that a new Pepe all-time high is likely. So again, if a new Pepe all-time high is likely, what does that mean? Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said, I'm going to let the rest of the class answer that one. And as you did that, the rest of the class left for lunch break. The rest of the class left for lunch break. And then they'll come back and ask us, can they borrow some money? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DC Precise. DC Precise says up and to the right. Price discovery. Yeah. Facts. Super facts. All right. Start of the bullish trend. All right. So like I said, we're going to follow this bull market all the way through to these crashes. The Pepe price shows several bullish signs in the weekly time frame. The breakout from the descending resistance trend line suggests a new upward movement has started, while the wave count predicts an increase between 76 and 220%. That's pretty nice. That is not bad. That's actually really good. Believe it or not, that's actually way better. That's actually way better than I ever thought. You know what I'm saying? That's actually way better than I ever thought. I never thought that Pepe would do like as good as it's doing. So this is pretty exciting, at least for me. You know what I'm saying? So now Here it says Pepe coin price poised for a 30% upswing in a bullish rally. All right. So again, this is easy money. You know what I'm saying? Easy money. Pepe coin aims for a 30% rally as bullish sentiment strengthens among investors, fueled by market trends and rising whale activity in Pepe. All right. Pepe, a major meme coin, recently experienced a strong price surge, mirroring a broader cryptocurrency market rally. This increase reflects growing bullish sentiment, with investors showing confidence in further gains. Analysts expect continued momentum for altcoins, driven by a generally positive crypto market outlook. Pepe aims for a potential 30% increase as optimism rises across the sector. So again, if you ask me, right, what we're seeing right now, this isn't even like this isn't even a start. This is just, if you ask me, this is just the initial rumblings. If you guys would agree this is just the initial rumblings, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree and you don't think that this is the initial rumblings and you think that something else is going on, let us know what you think is going on. Crypto analysts predict that Pepe coin could soon see significant gains, with a bullish outlook suggesting a 30% potential increase. The meme coin appears to be set to venture into uncharted price territory. That's what the last analysis said. That's what the last analysis.
Pepe coin holders, my heart is absolutely racing right now because we are getting the most insane giga whale BlackRock pump of all time in the crypto market. So we are literally seeing insanity unfold literally live right here on the channel. We are getting a giga pump coming in for Pepe, and I have to say, guys, it is so exciting right now. So I'm struggling to even put these words together as I kind of watch the price chart, as I look at these crypto bubbles. Guys, huge things are happening in the cryptocurrency market for Pepe, for crypto. We're going to be talking about it all in this very special update. So if you guys enjoy it, you guys are here to make money, just let me know in the comment section below. If you guys are staying bullish on Pepe and on crypto right now, because we are flying out of our chairs, this rocket ship is departing into uncharted territory. We're going to be talking about the Bitcoin price later, and literally what is happening in the crypto market, because we are seeing absolutely insane pumps. So guys, it's a great day to be holding crypto. You guys on the channel are getting absolutely massively rewarded. You guys know we've been keeping our eyes on Pepe from around the $30 million market cap. We're now crossing 5.2 billion in the last 24 hours, up 14%. And we are in trajectory.
Man, look, the greed indicator about to be on like 300%. The greed indicator about to be on 300%. Win Loser Rug said Coinbase is now the #1 finance app in the Apple App Store. Now, shout out to everybody watching, right? Is there anybody who can give us the spot stock price of Coinbase right now? What is the stock price of Coinbase right now? Somebody let me know. Matter of fact, let me know the stock price of Coinbase and of Robinhood. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said you can buy Pepe on Coinbase right now. I had just checked like 2 days ago and you couldn't get it on there. That's why it's blowing up like that. See, man, I'm irritated. I should have got some peanut. I seen when they first listed that on Coinbase and I didn't get it. Or not on Coinbase, but on crypto.com, and I didn't get it. I'm about to have a conniption when I get done with this live stream. I'm about to have a full-on conniption. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I done made all these crypto gains, and I'm irritated about that one because I was actually going to buy it, and then I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put Peanut on the watch list though. I'm about to wait for. I'm about to hang back and wait for. I'm about to hang back like a. I'm about to hang back like a face hugger and wait for that bad boy to crash. You know what I'm saying? Now, shout out to Rosemary. Rosemary asked the question, can you transfer your money into dollars after you use that? Yeah, any cryptocurrency you can transfer into dollars. You know what I'm saying? So, let me. Who would be interested in looking at this video right here? This video about Pepe, because this video is 11 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, this isn't about Pepe Unchained. This is about actual Pepe. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is what I'm gonna do. Now, shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton said Coinbase is trading at $311. Shout out to DC Precise. DC Precise says I see coin at 311 to 312. Now, let me ask you guys this: what is it looking like as far as gain loss? What's it looking like as far as gain loss? Is there any? Oh man, what the hell? Oh no, we're not doing that. That's way too many characters. Is there a gain or is there what's the percentage increase? Because I'm assuming that it's probably a pretty nice increase in the stock price if it's now the #1 finance app. I'll tell you what, all these cryptocurrency apps are about to take over as quote unquote #1 finance apps because you can do everything on the cryptocurrency app that you could do, you know what I'm saying, and anything else. If Chime was smart, if Chime was smart, Chime would start a partnership with crypto.com or with Coinbase, or they would either start selling Bitcoin right there on Chime. Buy them a couple, you know what I'm saying, a couple thousand Bitcoin and sell Bitcoin right there on the Chime app. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says market trends and indicators signal a strong upward trajectory for the Pepe coin as it prepares to break previous resistance levels. Many investors are watching closely, anticipating the meme coin's move towards quote unquote outer space in the crypto landscape. The next few weeks may reveal if Pepe coin's bullish trend will hold as excitement grows in the broader crypto community. All right. So yeah, man, this woo-wee. Woo-wee. It's going ham. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Look, see that? Shout out to DC Precise. It's down 2% today, but it's up 77% from a month ago. 77% from a month ago, bro. Bitcoin is at 91,000. You know what I'm saying? Solana 214. Pepe and Bonk is up 25%. Damn, Dog Whiff Hat is up 26.92%. Oh, man. Look, man. Man, listen. All right, anyway. Now we're on to the part of the live stream that'll draw in more people. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit that bell, do me a favor, please hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. How about the U.S. Congress is holding a UFO hearing right now? How many people were aware of that? If you guys were aware of that, give me a thumbs up. If you're not aware of that, give me a thumbs down. Now, still asking the question, where did the money go for the Harris campaign? We asked that question yesterday in the live stream that we did yesterday. If you guys haven't seen that live stream, take a moment and check it out. Still can't find the money.
Now, let's get reaction. Another fair broker. Have him on the show as much as I can. Democratic member of Congress from California, leader in the Democratic Party, Robb raised a lot of money because a lot of people trust him. What do you make of what you're hearing from Lindy Lee and what we don't need Lindy for, which is you guys gave a lot of money to people who usually do stuff for free?
Oh, look, it was wrong. I mean, first of all, the idea that having Beyonce and Katy Perry do concerts was going to convince people who are struggling to buy a house or their kids getting a car was just absurd. I mean, I don't know why we didn't have folks like Chauncey, who was in the New York Times, who was laid off at a factory because Master Lock goes to Mexico. Why aren't we surrounding ourselves with 30, 40 people like that in rally?
Now, do you guys remember? I was actually asking that question. I was like, how can anybody who's supposed to be interested in who's going to be the next president relate to any of this? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said the Democrats about to fake an alien invasion to keep Trump out of office. The Democrats have actually had a real alien invasion at the southern border the entire 4 years of the Biden presidency. So now I guess they're going to switch the strategy to UFOs. Coming from the atmospheric border instead of the southern border.
So it was just a total miscalculation. And I do think there has to be an explanation where the money went. I mean, the donors are asking me about that every day.
You do a good job of balancing woke and broke, as I'm calling it now, that you got to care about the economics that are motivating.
Did you guys hear it? Woke and broke. I keep warning people, the outdated talking points, the liberal, progressive, Democrat adjacent nonsense, them days are done. People better squeeze the last little bit of juice out of that fruit that they can, but they are going to have to pivot now. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. And I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody's seen, but that dude, David Pakman, he's upset. You know what I'm saying? He's losing a lot of subscribers on YouTube. Jimmy Dore is upset. He's losing a lot of subscribers on YouTube. More people are going to be losing subscribers. More people. You know what I'm saying? You guys are about to witness grand collapses. You guys are about to witness grand collapses of platforms. And people are going to, hey, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be upset. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad for any of these people at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad for any of these people at all.
You do a good job of balancing woke and broke, as I'm calling it now, that you got to care about the economics that are motivating people's perceptions. And you can still protect minorities and care about how we treat each other in our cultural mores. How did you guys get the balance wrong? And do you believe that people understand that in your party?
Chris, I think the balance that we got wrong was that we were judgmental and would cancel or shame people who disagreed with us. So, for example, I went on Megyn Kelly's show. I was not expecting to have a half-hour conversation on trans rights. It turned out that was the conversation. I didn't say anything on that show about my position that I would say differently in my constituency, but I had a reasonable conversation. I said, look, we got to treat people with inclusion. Those are my values, but I understand there's an issue of safety. I understand there's an issue of fairness. Let's have a civil conversation.
And now this is one of the reasons why we're going to be doing this live stream today, you know what I'm saying, part 2, talking about reproductive rights. Because here goes my question for everybody. How many people actually know what reproductive rights are? Who knows what reproductive rights are? Here's another question. What is the standard definition of reproductive rights? And here's an even better question. Here's $1 million question. Do reproductive rights only pertain to women? Let me know. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug asked the question, so does woke have to do with minorities? For the most part, woke is anything that's not a white man. White men are the correct genetic situation of any organism, and anything outside of that parameter is quote unquote woke if it's brought up in a sentence. That's the true and purest form of the perverted woke definition. You know what I'm saying?
See where we agree, see where we disagree. I may be 30-70 on that issue, but what I don't do is demonize people who are coming from a different perspective. And I think in the Democrats, you got to hold on to your convictions. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to take the majoritarian position on everything. People won't trust it. Hold on to your convictions, but be reasonable, thoughtful, not cancel people, and then lead on the economics. And I think that's the winning formula for the party.
Ro Khanna, the more your party can get you out there making the case for them, the better they will be. And you are always welcome to be here. Appreciate you.
All right, so there's that. So again, now let me ask you guys this question. What strategy is the best strategy to deal with politics? Dealing with politics through extra political means, or dealing with politics through people who just want to continuously and purposely attempt to rephrase our message, to attack our culture and attack our race and try to phrase us and frame us somehow as enemies of America? My thing is that if these people want to wage any type of war and act as if we're enemies of America, well, then we'll be the worst nightmare that they could possibly dream of. You know what I'm saying? And one of the ways to do that is to make sure we stack up as much money and resources as possible and make it lethal or impossible to be able to get to and try to steal.
I think there are a number of reasons, but there was a pivotal moment in the campaign. That was on The View when the vice president was asked, what would you have done different in the last 4 years than President Biden did? Now, we were in a country that 65% thought had gone off on the wrong track. And that's the money question. And she said, I can't think of anything. And of course, the Trump people had it up as an ad 6 hours later. And when you're in a country that wants something different, you got to give them something different. And we had a whole bevy of candidates that were very articulate, very able to distill and put a message out, but we were never allowed to choose that. And we were just where we were. And that was not a good answer. And people will come back and say, well, she did a lot of things right. Yeah, if you do 49 things right, but you do the big thing wrong, it haunts you in politics. It's a business where some things stick harder than other things.
Yeah, and that's a point that's very much a right now point, James. What you said about Biden, those numbers, her being partly arguing for change, but being tied to Biden. There's a larger thing that happens, as you know, after every election, which is everybody says the party should do what they were saying anyway. Meaning the liberals want it more left, the centrists want it more center, yada, yada. I want to play Bernie Sanders, who on the one hand has been consistent about what he thinks, but on the other hand, maybe that means it's just the same answer every time. But here's what Sanders said now.
If you're an average working person out there, do you really think that the Democratic Party is going to the mats, taking on powerful special interests and fighting for you? I think the overwhelming answer is no. And that is what has got to change. When you have millions and millions of people working for starvation wages, you got to speak to that reality.
Was that the problem? It wasn't done enough. And you are, James, if nothing else, I never like to talk about, and if I didn't know you better, I wouldn't talk about what could go on your tombstone, hopefully many decades from now. But it might be it's the economy stupid, among other things. So you, as Mr. It's the economy stupid, was this an economy election? And if so, is Sanders right?
So now I think it's interesting, right? I'm going to ask you guys this exact same question. Was this a quote unquote economy election? If this was an economy election, give me a thumbs up. If this was not an economy election, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said he looks like MAGA, but voted for Harris. Facts. If you guys agree with Carlton, throw some flames in the chat. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. And real quick, shout out to everybody, man. I really appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit that bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media.
That on populist, working class, kitchen table issues, the Dems didn't do enough.
So now remember I said populist? Remember we kept talking about populism? Now, again, let me ask you guys this question. In the political conversations that lead the way on YouTube and social media, how often are they talking about populism and concepts of populism? That's my question for you guys. Let me know. Yeah, and I got to agree with the specialist. Specialist says Kamala didn't run it like it was economy election. Yeah, I don't know. She ran it like it was a game, if you ask me. Not one that she was trying to win either.
What he is not right about, the Democrats have done a number of things for working people. I mean, Obamacare expanded health care for 23 million more people than had it before. A lot of things in President Biden's Build Back Better program created millions of jobs for working people. But I think Senator Sanders has some of a point here. And that is, there were things we could have run on harder that have effect. The minimum wage. It passes everywhere by 70%. I mean, I know that President Biden was for it and Harris was for it, but we need to put it front and center. What about taxing the incomes over $400,000 and taking that money and put it in a first-time home buyer's mortgage relief fund? I mean, there were things that Senator Sanders would favor that we could have put more front and center. And there are a lot of things that are just popular that Democrats are for, and they're popular with every kind of Democrat in the country. They also happen to be popular with independents and even some Republicans. And we should run on a popular thing. A popular thing was not continuing the Biden administration. That was clearly not what people wanted. I think he's a great guy, but people did want more of that, and that's what we gave him.
I mean, yeah, I'm letting that sink in. It's funny. I'm just going to talk to you really directly. It's like the biggest thing ever happened. You got rid of a sitting incumbent president after he'd won the primary. It's never happened before. And the reason was that everybody from...
So now I want you guys... do you guys see how everybody is going back on their talking points? Do you guys see how everybody is going back on their talking points? Now, despite the fact that we all know that, Joe Biden had his cognitive issues, I had said in the beginning, the Joe Biden is probably the most runnable candidate that the Democrats have. Like, Joe Biden is the most likely to be able to be competitive against Donald Trump. If I'm not mistaken, I use those words exactly. the most competitive, right? Because I didn't think that Joe Biden would be able to beat Trump, but I thought that, you know, Joe Biden would indeed be the most competitive, right? They then decided to switch out Joe Biden for Kamala Harris. We said that this was not the best decision. And the reason why it wasn't the best decision is because if you looked at the statistical and the mathematical indicators, there was no pathway for Kamala Harris to beat Trump because she was behind all of the indicators that Joe Biden was behind on. Somehow then that turned into misogyny, that turned into quote unquote black men don't want to see a black woman be the president. And here we are. We're in reality that so many people denied. We're in reality that so many people denied. And the sad thing about it is that they haven't learned from their denial of reality. And they are still living in the echo chamber of believing that these incorrect reasons in their own feeble minds are the reasons for this loss, when this loss is a huge, huge, huge cultural and systemic failure when it comes to the Democrats. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. And shout out to DSB. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show DSB some love, throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for DSB, for funding the organization and growing it and standing on business for 12 months. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Definitely appreciate it. Now, you know, shout out to the 12-month members, right? I gotta brag about this. Man, listen, we got members. Shout out to BLR, man. Shout out to BLR. We got members that been members of the channel for so long. We got colors on this channel of people with membership badges that you don't even see nowhere else on YouTube. Where y'all see the colors of the membership badges that y'all see, you know what I'm saying, on this channel, anywhere else on YouTube. And YouTube still don't send your boy no more traffic. They still don't send your boy no more traffic. You know what I'm saying?
Pelosi on down had absorbed the fact that he was going to lose big. She had to do something big. And then you land on, as you just argued, his literal replacement and a message that was still very much tied to Bidenism. So was that almost all baked in? I mean, how would you have changed that? Only had there been a different candidate?
Yeah, but, okay, so he gets out on July 21st. Harris has to keep the campaign headquarters in Wilmington. She keeps Biden's campaign manager. She keeps the entire staff, right? That's a hard thing to do because they're not going to, Jen Dillon, no matter, Mally Dillon's not going to attack Biden. Biden is, I wouldn't no more now would attack Clinton. But each thing is different, and we didn't have a choice. So, like I said, we didn't get to kick the tires. We didn't get to look under the hood. We didn't get to, look at the trim. We were just given the.
They did. Now this guy is lying, right? This guy is lying. They had here's the question. What stopped them from being able to do all of these assessments that he's saying that they weren't able to do? I'll tell you, one of the things that stopped them from being able to do all of the assessments that he's saying that they weren't able to do is the fact that anytime anybody has a disagreement or anytime anybody sees any type of flaws or there's a valid critique of anything with the Democrats or anybody who's adjacent to Democrats, there's a automatic mob mentality of people attempting to silence and stop those people from being able to get their point across, which is actually more harmful to the Democrats, right? That's actually more harmful to the Democrats because they're then not able to get those critiques and actually make improvements. So as a result of them being constantly fed echo chamber information and not actually being fed viable information on why things that they did were so incorrect, they fell hard on their face because they didn't see any of the obstacles, they didn't see any of the incorrect actions, and they didn't see any of the efficiencies of their own ways. And this is the type of thing that I warn people about all the time. I warn people about this stuff all the time.
Keys at full stick of price. And honestly, we had no choice. But by July 21st, we probably didn't have much of a choice. And Ari, the thing that I will believe to pass my dying day is this. The talent level in the Democratic Party is utterly breathtaking. I would have given anything if we could have gotten 5 or 6 of these people out on the track, let them run around, let people look at them, and just see, because when they look at us, they think we're an urban old party that's attached to some.
Now, what is the urban O party? Man, pay attention to all these dog whistles, man. Pay attention to all these dog whistles. You may as well be watching Fox News. Shout out to the specialist. The specialist said they have the same playbook as the alphabet people. Bro, facts. If y'all agree with the specialist, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Bro, that's facts.
And day is this. The talent level in the Democratic Party is utterly breathtaking. I would have given anything if we could have gotten 5 or 6 of these people out on the track, let them run around, let people look at them, and just see. Because when they look at us, they think we're an urban O party that's attached to some exotic positions, which is not the case of many Democrats out there in the country that are very skilled and would have made a great primary and a lot of fun, and I think would have done the party brand a lot of good.
So let me put it like this. Where does that responsibility lie on the timing and how late Biden got out? Because if you're going to get out earlier, does that lie with, well, let me ask the question, James, does that lie with the brain trust around him or with Joe Biden himself?
With President Biden himself. Presidents are responsible for everything. They have aides, they have people, they have friends, they have everything else. But if he would have gotten out in the fall of last year, we'd have had 8 people running for president of every kind of thing you could imagine all over the country. And I mean, some really skilled people. But when you wait till the end, ultimately he's in charge. I don't blame the staff. I don't blame anybody else. He's the one that made the decision to stay. He stayed in over 3 weeks after the debate. I mean, even if he would have gotten out the day after the debate, we might have been able to organize some town halls and get this talent out there. That's what kills me. Is I know how good some of these people are, and they're sitting there playing They got 350 hitters all over AAA ball. Well, they're not any good unless you bring them up.
Now, that's interesting. What do you guys think about all that babbling he was doing? Now, again, it would be a lot more believable. It would be a lot more believable if we saw some of these people actually move on some of this, right? But it's never, if you ask me, it's never believable. Right? It's never believable. Hold on, my bad, y'all. It's never believable when people come after the fact. It's never believable when it comes after the fact. And what you see is a lot of these people coming with all of these brilliant ideas, quote unquote, after the fact. And it's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like you was late to the party. You were late to the party. So we about to listen to your boy James Carville again. All right. Shout out to Patrick. What's good with it, Patrick? And we about to see what he says. Because again, what I want to keep showing you guys is the path that we're going on 2028. All right. The path that we're going on is in 2028.
Now, look, I don't know about you both, but one of my favorite things from this US election result has been the blame game that's taking place in the Democratic Party. They're broken. I mean, they are literally falling over themselves. But this time it's been from long-time Democratic. Have a listen to what he said.
We have no legislative power. We have no executive power. We have no judicial power. So when you're out of power, you're an opposition party. And go and tell all of the people that are sending you and asking you for money, justify what you did wrong. It's because what you get your head around that. All Washington-based Democrats farting around, going to wine and cheese.
Hey, James Carville is mad, man. I'm dying laughing at this. This is hilarious. So again, I want you guys to pay very close attention. Do y'all see, like, remember when I was telling you that this loss would quote unquote create strange bedfellows? If you guys see it, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down. Shout out to PD. What's good with it, bro? And real quick, shout out to everybody watching. I really appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit that bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. Now, let me ask you guys this question. With James Carville being a Democratic strategist, how many of James Carville's strategies have improved your life since he's been strategizing for the Democratic Party till today? How much more money do you have in your pocket? How much better is your life? Let me know what you guys think. This is funny as hell.
So when you're out of power, you're an opposition party. And
when you out of power, you are opposition party. This is bad.
From longtime Democratic strategist James Carville.
Shout out to my man RG Titan. What's good with it, bro?
No
Shout out to
legislative power,
C.
we have no executive power, we have no judicial power. So when you're out of power, you're an opposition party. And go and tell all of the people that are sending you and asking you for money, justify what you did wrong, and tell us what you're going to do different. Because what you've done ain't worth. Get your head around that. In all of the Washington-based Democrats,
get your head around that, mon ami. My name Gambit. Where Rogue be at? My name Gambit. Where Rogue be at?
farting around, going to wine and cheese parties, and talking about how misogynistic they stuff. Get your ass out of Washington and go work on a 2026 campaign and do penance to make up for your goddamn arrogance and stupidity. Well, we're going to say, we told you so. We told you this identity was disaster. We told you to get out in front of public safety issues. You didn't. We told you to have an open process and demonstrate the magnificent.
Hey. Look, that's why he's so mad too. Shout out to Carlton Way. His little grandkids in the background acting like they ain't got no sense. They probably throwing crawdads at each other. You know what I'm saying? They probably throwing gumbo and jambalaya at each other. Oh, they throwing boxes of Zatarans. There's rice all over the floor, okra all on the ceiling fan. They mad. He upset. Hurry up. I ain't got time for all this. He ain't got time to Terry on the interview. I only got about 4-5 more seconds now so that we can hurry up and get this through, because I got these grand chilling back here acting like they ain't got no doggone sense. They acting like they got less sense than I got. You know what I'm saying?
Staggering and deep talent that exists in the modern Democratic Party. You didn't. We told you to differentiate yourself from Biden. You didn't. I hate to be some know-it-all, but all of these things are part of the record.
Oh, hello. Where were you? Where were you this whole campaign? Christy McSweeney, he is absolutely spot on.
Well, there's a lot more where that came from, I think, Danica. Interestingly, that is very different assessment to what I heard from Nancy Pelosi, who, if you're interested, gave the groundbreaking Democrat assessment this week to the New York Times and across their podcast, The Daily. She was very deft at continuing to answer every question about where they went wrong, saying, no, it's a great result in some areas. We're going to pick up seats in the House in New York State, which, of course, is a Democrat area anyway. She did say and was forced to admit that maybe if Kamala was tested in a primary, which Americans take really, really seriously, instead of being handed a job by an old guy who held on too long, supported by a bunch of other old guys, to protect maybe some young guy who they didn't want to waste his talent, and then actually performed at a level of which demonstrated to the American public she could do the job, she would have been okay. So many own goals of the Democrats.
Is this the same Nancy Pelosi who wanted Joe Biden on Mount Rushmore? Yes, that would be the exact same Nancy Pelosi.
One.
The same
one.
Kristen Abraham. What do you think? I mean, I thought that was a fair and very accurate assessment, because the Dems are tearing themselves apart, but they only need to look at themselves.
Absolutely. This guy should come here and coach the opposition and the current government. He should be a footy coach or something. Like, he's amazing. Look, I can only hope that Australia follows in suit, because I hope Australia sees that Labor and the coalition is two sides of the same Democratic Party coin. We have the voice. We have an opposition that's trying right now to push through a draconian and Orwellian attack on free speech with the misinformation bill. And then we have a Trojan horse bill for the under 16 social media ban, which is actually for digital identity. I hope that the Australian public understand what's happened in America and does the same thing, because I feel so hopeless at the moment. I'm considering doing a Lady Godiva down Burke Street in Melbourne because it's getting that bad.
Well, make sure you tell us if you do that, because we want to send the cameras there. We need to see that live and local.
All right, so there's that. All right, so now next, what we got to take a look at is, hold on real quick. Yeah, we got to take a look at this quote unquote new alliance of Democrat governors who have come up with this thing called the quote-unquote resistance. And shout out to TD Media Group, because TD Media Group did a video highlighting this the other day. And I think that this is just, I think that it's very interesting, right? I think that is kind of unnecessary. And honestly, I don't think that it's going to go well. I don't think that it's going to go well. If you ask me, what these governors are doing is, if these governors create a resistance that is just a quote unquote anti-Trump resistance, these governors in effect are going to be doing policy that goes against the way that the majority of people voted in this election. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Back the peaceful transition of power, that if there is any attack on the Garden State or on any of its communities from Washington, I will fight back with every fiber of my being.
However, if you try to harm New Yorkers or roll back their rights, I will fight you every step of the way.
California Governor Gavin Newsom has called for a special legislative session, saying lawyers from the Attorney General's office and my office have been preparing for a potential second Trump term for more than a year, and we are marshaling the arguments and evidence needed to be ready to challenge in court unconstitutional and unlawful federal policies and to mount robust and vigorous defenses of California's laws, policies, and programs. Niall Stanage, White House columnist for The Hill, pointed this out to us earlier today.
So now let me ask you guys this question. Right. Shout out to Carlton. Facts. That's what I'm concerned about. Carlton said, that's my interest, right? People talking about, your interest, yada, yada, yada. That's my interest, right? Now, shout out to Carlton. Carlton says, I hope these governors don't hurt my crypto wallet. Bro, facts. Now, here goes my question, right? We got to think about this strategically. When it comes to this quote unquote resistance, and when it comes to these things, quote unquote, that these governors might want to try to block Trump on, what are the things that they might, quote unquote, want to try to block Trump on? What are the initial barriers that you all think these governors will put up, and to what specific policies? Let me know what you guys think in the chat.
He's here, David Drucker, senior writer for The Dispatch, author of In Trump's Shadow, The Battle for 2024 and the Future of the GOP. Gents, good to see both of you. Niall, is this just like the 2028 primary starting for the Democrats?
I think there is a little bit of the audition line beginning to form, particularly in the case of someone like Governor Gavin Newsom, who's obviously one of the people who's going to be mentioned in that respect. Now, to be fair, there are obviously policies that Democratic governors have massive problems with. We saw there Maura Healey from Massachusetts saying that her state would not cooperate in mass deportations. No surprise there. She doesn't believe that's the right policy, and she's going to try to resist it.
David, you would think.
Now, how do you all feel that the voters will respond to these people not cooperating with the Trump administration on things that they voted for the Trump administration for? Let me know what you guys think. And then again, shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed the like button, please do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton says abortion, illegal immigration, and the rainbow stuff. Yeah, bro, facts. And like I said, once we get into part 2 of this live stream, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the quote unquote reproductive rights question, because again, I keep asking everybody, right? And it's the same thing as the woke situation. We're not getting a clear cut definition on what the quote unquote reproductive rights are. So I'm going to ask this question again and see if anybody's got, any type of answer for me. When it comes to quote unquote reproductive rights, what is the full spectrum of what reproductive rights encompasses? Let me know in the comment section.
When 56% of Americans support quote unquote mass deportations, you saw big shifts towards Trump in Illinois, Massachusetts, New Jersey. And
now, do you see this? 56% of Americans support mass deportations. 56% of Americans support mass deportations. 56% is more than 50%, right? That's another indicator. That would be an indicator that the guy that's, deporting people is probably going to win the race, right? Taking out all the complexities out of things, right?
When 56% of Americans support quote unquote mass deportations, you saw big shifts towards Trump.
Now, shout out to Patrick. Patrick says it's a fancy way of saying abortion. Is it? Now, we're going to do this, right? So this will be interesting as we go forward into this live stream and as we go into part 2, right? I'm going to ask you guys this question. Is abortion rights, quote unquote, a fancy way of saying, or I'm sorry, is reproductive rights, quote unquote, a fancy way of saying abortion rights? Is that a true statement? Is that true? Or is that false? Shout out to Rosemary. Rosemary says she agrees with Patrick. It's a fancy way of saying abortion. Is it? Or is it not? True or false? Let me know in the chat, and we'll get there eventually.
Illinois, Massachusetts, New Jersey, and California, all the states that these governors are from, there would be some recognition of we want to try to meet Republicans halfway, but more importantly, a recognition that just the blanket resistance to Trump line didn't work this election.
Now here's my thing, right? Shout out to Carlton, right? Carlton said reproductive rights probably includes fertility clinics to help with getting pregnant. So now this is what I'm doing this to say this, right? Many people go on the assumption that X probably means Y. But then X doesn't mean Y at all. But then the people that advertise know that people don't know the definitions of these things, and then they advertise towards what they don't know. So now I got to ask you guys a question. If the majority of people are saying reproductive rights is a fancy way of saying abortion, and Carlton says reproductive rights probably includes fertility clinics to help with getting pregnant, then that means that reproductive rights is not synonymous with abortion, right? So that, because in order for reproductive rights to be synonymous with abortion, reproductive rights would have to mean abortion, and it doesn't. But people just went on the generalization. It probably just means this, and then just kept it moving. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the option to read the disclaimer at the end of whatever it is that you just bought, and you say, you know, it is what it is, and you click the box. People have been clicking the box for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I'm going to ask if there's more than one thing under the blanket of reproductive rights, can it be synonymous with abortion? Let me know.
Well, part of this is federalism, right? So these governors have their own constituencies, and they're going to try and serve them as best they feel they should. But part of this is politics. I've covered elections a long time. I've seen resounding victories. I've seen landslide victories. Politicians they don't roll over. They don't compromise. They don't play dead. Even when it would seem that their own voters supported the outcome of that election. They take a beat. They take a look at the political playing field, and they say, this is what I believe, this is what I think a majority of my constituents believe. And as Niall pointed out, Donald Trump is, and I don't mean this pejoratively, he's a lame duck in that he cannot run for re-election, even though he is now back in the White House in a sense for the first time.
Your book, In Trump's Shadow, the Battle for 2024 and the Future of the GOP. The future of the GOP is now decided, right? This is now Donald Trump's party. This is a MAGA party.
Well, not only that, as I reported in the book, it was going to be a MAGA-esque party, but with Donald Trump winning and the way that he won, it is clearly going to be a conservative populist party rather than a traditional conservative party. And it's going to be interesting to see how both sides of the aisle.
Now, again, I want to ask, why are people not creating a form of populism that works for us? Now, shout out to PD That Remains, right? Because PD That Remains brings up a good point. PD That Remains says, true, the left loves sliding in trick language and ambiguous terminology. Now, I know, people people ain't going to like this, right? People are not going to like this. But I would go as far as to say we do something similar, but in the opposite direction. We do something similar in the opposite direction. They come up with quote unquote trick language, right? And they use that trick language to mislead it. And if you ask me, I believe that people run with a lack of research and accept vague and generic terminology to be able to have the fallback to be able to say, well, I didn't know. I didn't know. Both of those things are just as harmful as each other. And if you ask me, they're the same thing. That's language manipulation too. You can use language manipulation to try to trick somebody, or you can use language manipulation to attempt to, recuse yourself from involvement. You know what I'm saying? But you really kind of don't, because the information is available to everybody. Like, there's nobody that can't hit their phone and look up a term that they don't know the definition for. So if you ask me, there's no excuse. Right now, anytime you say that there's no excuse, that's the first thing, as soon as you say that there's no excuse for something, what comes with that, what people are going to say. But at the end of the day, they can say whatever they want to say, but nobody can deny that everybody has a phone on their hip. Google is available to everybody, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Sort of deal with this going forward.
I'm going to add one line. Tell me if you agree, and we'll get Nylon on this. An anti-establishment party. And we saw, for example, in Nebraska, an anti-establishment Democrat who ran as independent. He was a Kellogg's cornflakes worker. Got 48% of the vote against a sitting Republican senator. Is there something for Pritzker and Newsom and Kathy Hochul, who are about as machine politicians as you get, that the lesson from Tuesday may not have been so much just conservative, liberal, or Republican, Democrat, but anti-establishment versus establishment?
Oh, 100%. I mean, there's really an anti-incumbent, anti-establishment.
Now, when they say, again, we've talked about this, right? This quote unquote idea of quote unquote anti-establishment, quote unquote anti-incumbent. Let me ask. Yeah, shout out to Carlton. I agree. Carlton said saying no excuse is off code. I agree 100%. You know what I'm saying? That immediately, as soon as you say, well, there's no excuse, that you're off code. There had to be something wrong with it as to where there can't be any type of thing that we did wrong, or any type of thing that we could have improved. If you say that, then you're off code. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Like, no, that's not true. So that means that anytime a team loses a game, anytime they do the post-game review to try to figure out what they did wrong, that's off code. That's insane talk. It's insane talk, right? It's insane talk, but it sanitizes the repeat fail results that we see. You know what I'm saying? It sanitizes the repeat fail results that we see, because as long as you can stop someone from saying, I see what the problem is, here's the problem right here. Once you've identified where the problem lies, you now have all the information that's necessary to, at the very least, attempt to deal with and attack that problem. If you never know that there even is a problem, you just will keep believing whatever somebody says is the problem. If you guys would agree with that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. There's a lot of gaslighting that goes on, and the gaslighting has to be stopped and exposed so that people can actually deal with the issues that are in front of people. The idea is that they don't want people to deal with the issues that are in front of them. They want people to be dependent on them for just hamster wheel talking points that'll lead you to nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tarek. What's good with it, bro? All right. So now this is what I'm saying, right? The idea of positioning anti-establishment versus establishment is to create an antagonist-protagonist narrative, right? You see how all these people are putting Trump on the cross and putting the crown of thorns on his head, and you know what I'm saying? They want to put him up on Mount Rushmore, and you know what I'm saying? They all believe that Trump is God and Jesus and all of this stuff. The idea is that Trump is this quote unquote valiant hero or this valiant knight against some narrative of quote unquote anti-Americanism, right? Now, here's my question for you. Who has taken the time to construct a framework, a cultural framework like that, for us to be able to discuss issues that we may have in a way that is marketable and convincing. Who's done that, or who's doing that, or who's working on that? Now, why am I saying that? I'm saying that to say this, right? There's a lot of double talk that goes on. But I talked about this back in 2021. Shout out to RG Titan. If RG Titan is still in here, RG Titan was around back then. I think Carlton might have been around. Tarek was around. Carla, Val, they were definitely around. TD for sure, because I actually talked about this on TD's channel back when Just Talking was on TD Media Group's channel. I talked about common sense and relatable racism, right? Common sense and relatable racism. And the interesting thing is that I told people that as a result of a lack of counter programming, small media sizes, unorganized messaging, pseudo information, and gaslighting, that there would be a shift, and that shift that would take place would be that a large amount of black voters would reveal that they have an acceptable level of racism that they will gladly take and gladly vote for small trickle-down benefits. And if you ask me, you literally see that live action with the Trump presidency. You see it live action with the Trump presidency. I think that is interesting, right? What demands did anybody make of Trump? What demands did anybody make? Shout out to TD. Me and TD were having a conversation last night, and I was cracking up because he said that he had seen there was a Twitter space. And, you know, in that Twitter space, they were discussing like old Trump era policies, right? And those are old Trump era policies. Those are things that are not on the table anymore. And I thought to myself, wow, that's kind of interesting. Like, why are people talking about old Trump era policies? Like, you know what I'm saying? That stuff is expired. It's an expiration date on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Patrick. Patrick said no one made any demands at all. So what I find interesting is that I don't think that there was a learning curve with this election. And the reason I don't think that there was a learning curve with this direction is because people literally, the thing that they claim that they're so outraged about with the Democrats, they turned around and ran and did the exact same thing to the conservatives. You see all these people in the comment section all over the place. Not just like back in the day. Do you guys remember back in the day when white people would come into the comment section and try to troll black people and say Trump 2020, Trump 2016, or, you know what I'm saying, Trump 2020? You guys remember that? Now it's not even a trolling thing anymore. And now, like, you know what I'm saying, it's just black people that type that into the comment section now. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't know who's typing Trump. You know what I'm saying? 2024 in the comments. You don't know who it is. If it's a YouTube name that don't have no profile picture and it's somebody like Michael Smith and they say, you know, Trump 2024, you don't know who it is. Could be anybody. Could be anybody. And what this shows me is that the media environment that's been fostered online has convinced black people in all of the empowerment talk to accept an acceptable level of racism. Yeah, shout out to Blue Electric. Blue Electric said they jumped from the frying pan and into the fire. Now, if you ask me, this is a combination of, you know, popularity of right-wing media, because regardless of what people want to say about right-wing media, if you ask me, despite all of the dog whistling and all of that, right-wing media is far more in touch with actual news and far more in touch of the interest of a wide range of people, which is wild because it wasn't like that before, right? But regardless, what I see is that people still think that voting for one of these candidates is going to somehow cause it's going to save people. It's going to solve their problems. And it's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is what I want to know. I want to know why nobody demanded any type of quote unquote tangibles from Trump. If you ask me, the same type of chest beating that people have been doing at the Democrats, they should be doing that at the Republicans as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Patrick Tyler. Patrick Tyler says, Rob, I would disagree. I think the monsters of the blacks that went Trump did it out of anger at the Dems or just immigration. I don't know. I see people agreeing with a lot more stuff than just immigration and the Dems. You know what I'm saying? I see people agree with a lot more stuff than just immigration and the Dems. And again, to me, right? Where's the tangibles in that? I think that is fascinating that when it comes to immigration, Trump said, I'm going to start with Aurora, Colorado and Springfield, Ohio. That's not where black people was voting for Trump at. You know what I'm saying? The black people in Springfield, Ohio, and the black people in Aurora, Colorado. Now it is, it's a little bit of black people in Aurora, Colorado, but that's where all the you know what I'm saying? All the black people talking about turn Chicago red. And Trump said, excuse me, can I help these people in Springfield, Colorado, or in Springfield, Ohio? Excuse me. Yeah, I see y'all people in Colorado. Can I talk to the people from Aurora that got the Tren de Aragua in the apartment complexes? And I think it's just weird. Right? Because if you ask me, people should have equal gripes with the Democrats and the Republicans, right? I think it's weird that people will be like, yeah, whatever, man. I just vote for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? And not demand anything from over there. Shout out to Patrick. Patrick says he won't be able to get into a blue state as they Dems and federal judges gonna block him. I mean, he could put forth some effort, or he could at least give a commitment. I'm going to, for the voters, this is what I'm going to try to do for you all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep you informed along every step of the way. And I'm going to show you every Democrat governor or every Democrat senator who votes against what you guys want done, so that you all will know what's necessary for you to do to make these things easier for me next election cycle. That's what I would have did. If you ask me, I'm not impressed with this, with the results of the election as far as people's behavior changes go. I don't see any behavior changes. You know what I'm saying? I don't see any behavior changes, because when I look at, because somebody that's truly not partisan is going to look at it like, if you truly don't care about either party, you're going to expect both parties to be treated with the same level of animosity. And I don't really see a lot of animosity, you know what I'm saying, that people have toward the Republican and toward the right. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they should get a free pass. I don't think that they should get a handout. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I think that things should be exactly the way that they are for a large majority of the people here. We didn't vote for anybody, and we got a big bump in our cryptocurrency. We didn't show anybody support, and we made money off of y'all. That's exactly how the situation should be, if you ask me. I didn't do anything. You made me money. How many people agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Patrick. Patrick says, I'm just playing devil's advocate. In reality, I don't think he's going to deport all these people. I think he'll close the border and probably get them criminals out. But other than that, yeah. I mean, here's my question. What are people's plans with the mass deportation? Now, here's another question, right? All of the people that live in blue states, knowing that the judges and the governors like Pritzker and Kathy Hochul are going to do whatever they can to block the reason why they voted for Trump, how is the Trump vote helping those people? And this is another reason why I said they should have demanded tangibles. Defined their tangibles. That's another thing. Like in 2020, that's one of the things that I was criticizing. I was like, yo, people just hashtag intangibles, and you know what I'm saying, they write the two same things. You gotta have, like, they'll, like, in one instance, people will be like, oh, you know, you got to watch these broad generic definitions. And then when you be like, well, what do you want? They give a broad generic definition. You know what I'm saying? So, and then again, you know, these are just things for people to think about, right? These are things for people to think about, because again, you know what I'm saying, there's definitely possibilities that I could be wrong, right? But then at the same time, there's possibilities that I can be right. And if you take a look at my content record, there's a lot of possibilities that I can be right. There's a lot of possibilities that I can be right. And again, one of the things that turns people off from my content is because I'm not just going to sit here. I don't care. I'm not going to just sit here and gaslight a bad idea or bad ideas like they're a good idea because they're popular or because people's favorite YouTubers and social commentators and political commentators said it. I'm not on anybody's agenda. I'm not on anybody's payroll. The only people payroll that I'm on is y'all's. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm on y'all's payroll, I have the freedom to give a pure assessment. I don't get no endorsements from nobody. I don't have to protect anybody's reputation. I don't have to protect anybody's talking points. I can say whatever I want to. Shout out to TD Media Group. TD Media Group is my man. Y'all know TD supports Trump, right? TD is a Trump supporter. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm not. I'm not beholden to a message of Trump support. I'm not beholden to a message of Democrat support. I'm not beholden to support a coalition of any YouTubers at all. I do and say what I want to, completely autonomous. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the reasons of why I have the flexibility and the freedom to say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see people going, but I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going that way. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, again, like I said this in the beginning, like when I started seeing a lot of Black content creators start, you know, going down that everything is woke path and the gender war content getting crazy and out of control, I was talking crazy. I was warning people about the dangers of the gender war before I had anybody even watching my content. I think DJ Elmo might have been the only one around back then. DJ Elmo, and this is a test name 123. And you know, and as usual, people late to the party. As usual, people are late to the party. And then when they show up late to the party, they got to try to figure out emergently what to do. And at the time when they get to the party emergently, and they got to find out what RG Titan was around back then. Yeah, shout out to my man RG Titan. RG was around. You know what I'm saying? I also said that the diaspora war is stupid and it's a grift. I think that the diaspora war is dumb. You know what I'm saying? Here's my question. What tangibles has anybody gotten out of the quote unquote diaspora war? Some funny jokes, you know what I'm saying? Some, you know, YouTube videos, YouTube live streams. That's about it. That's about it. A lot of them people that people fighting against, quote unquote, in the diaspora war, a lot of them people voting for Trump. You know what I'm saying? They voting for Trump too. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lewis. What's good with it? Shout out to my man Betterworth. What's good with it, bro? Yeah, facts. they show up late and promote all the wrong solutions. All the wrong solutions. And sometimes, if you ask me, they don't even promote solutions. They promote outrage. They promote anger. They're not trying to promote solutions. Where are the solutions at? Where's the problem? And then the identification, and then the prototype solution, and then the prototype solution to production. You don't see it. There's no stages of problem solving at all. So you got to ask the question, do they really actually even believe that there's a problem if they're not even using stages of problem solving? Think about that. One of the goals that I have with my channel is I want to solve problems. I want to identify and solve problems. So when it seems like, oh, you just constantly picking apart things, right? Now, shout out to Patrick. Patrick says, who's at fault of this diaspora war? Should Black Americans ignore the attacks? No. No. Everybody now here's everybody has been Black except for Kamala Harris, right? Everybody has been Black their entire life, right? We all know who the people responsible for the diaspora war is. And here's a clue. None of them are Black. You know what I'm saying? None of them are Black. And I'll tell you what, the same behavior that creates the diaspora war, it's the same behavior that creates, oh, we about to blame all Black men for Trump winning. You're not even paying it to, like, what do you mean you about to blame all Black men for Trump winning? The statistics show that Black men supported Kamala Harris higher than they supported any other candidate. What are you talking about? You about to blame Black men for this? Oh, well, yada, yada, yada. Again, like, people love to take these issues that are not really even inherent issues of ours and turn it into I'm a fight you over this. Like, I don't understand that. And the thing is that it's a desire to do it because you got to supersede factual information. I got to look past the transatlantic slave trade. I got to look past the deletion of indigenous Black Americans. I got to look past colonization to find a Black person to be mad about, to wave my little, you know what I'm saying, safety pin sword around and start a diaspora war fight. Everywhere where there's a Black person has a case for reparations against a European country. But instead, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to make fun of AB Promotions' hairline, and AB Promotions going to make fun of the fact that I eat collard greens. You got to just take a step back and be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, what be going on? You know what I'm saying? What be going on? And who benefits from that? Who benefits from that? Like, everyone else who has any type of, like, everyone else. Facts, shout out to SD, big facts, bro. I eat collard greens too. And I ain't never had no collard greens in the club or seen collard greens in the club. You know what I'm saying? But no, absolutely not. I don't think Black Americans should ignore any attacks from anywhere. But if you ask me, there's a way to deal with attacks to where you specifically deal with the attack. I don't think that diaspora warring is dealing with the attack, because, like, if the people that are the problem, right? If the people that are the problem are, quote unquote, coming to the United States, quote unquote, and undermining people, then it's the people that have come to the United States, right? And that sector of people, that group of people, a small subsector of them that's doing that undermining. It's not the entire continent. It's not everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a small, specific group of people, or it's a specific person. And I don't know how well of a strategy that is to just, I'm gonna just bang on everybody because this one person did something. Like I know that ain't never worked for me. Like in my real life, you know what I'm saying? Like if I got into it with somebody from a particular city, I'm gonna just bang on the whole city. Like I ain't never really, I ain't never really seen that work out real well. Shout out to AB. I just said that because I ain't even, man, see, AB about to take it there. Like I ain't even mean it like that. I swear to God, I ain't mean it like that. You know what I'm saying? I swear I just used that because, you know what I'm saying, you a brother from the diaspora and I'm a Black American. You know where that be coming from. You know what I'm saying? You know how that be going. Them exchanges. That's the only reason I use that. See, you can't even joke around with your friends because of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Patrick. Patrick says, I don't think anyone is attacking the whole Africa. Well, here go Michael. Why is it called a diaspora war then? Shout out to Cameron Jones. Cameron Jones said, I haven't heard a bang on everybody thing, just the offenders. Now, here go my question. Who are the offenders? Who are they? Who are these people? I remember, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when I was doing the videos about the situation with the Haitians in Springfield, there was still people trying to tell me that the neighborhood in Canton where I get my hair braided at, that woman was Haitian, and they were telling me that was in Springfield, Ohio. And I'm like, nah, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. I be in that area. I know where this area is. And people still wanted to push that narrative. And the thing is that it wasn't true. And so what was supposed to happen was I was supposed to let down my standard of truth to appease the emotions of people who want to maintain a particular narrative. And I don't know why people tried to test me on that, because I've said a million times, I don't get down like that. I'm not engineered that way. I'm not going to do that. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that was wrong. That was incorrect. It was misinformation. I proved multiple times with a newspaper article from where that took place that lady was not Haitian. That lady was from Canton, Ohio. And I told y'all, and y'all seen it as we was watching this, like, yo, this place looked familiar. The reason why I'm saying that is because anybody could have looked any of that up, and they chose not to. They wanted to go along with a narrative, the same way that the Democrats wanted to go along with a narrative. Shout out to Cameron. Yeah, Cameron. Shout out to Cameron. Cameron says, was there any argument about the evidence? Yeah, bro, people were arguing with me. They were arguing with me saying that, oh, well, there's ring cam videos and the lady at the apartment was Haitian and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, no, she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? No, she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But people wanted to push that narrative because they're emotionally attached to and emotionally tied to that narrative. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Patrick. Patrick said, Rob, what would you call the prime minister of Ethiopia attacking all of Black America with his large platform? I would call him doing the same thing that Black American politicians do to Black people here in the United States with their large platforms. I would say the same thing that I said about Abba and Preach and Fresh and Fit. Behind closed doors, they actually agree with their negative sentiments about Black people. Yeah, facts. Shout out to RG Titan. RG Titan said ninjas kept saying that stuff without doing any due diligence. Facts. And then, of course, you know, I got the critiques. Oh, you just caping for caping for immigrants, and you just doing this and you just doing that. You caping for immigrants. I wouldn't cape it for nobody. like I said from the beginning, I cape for the integrity of the information, and that information was false. Now, when I roasted Akon, nobody had a problem with it. Nobody had a problem with it. Y'all remember when I roasted Akon about the Akon City? Nobody had a problem with it. But when I'm like, yo, pump the brakes on this Haitian stuff, it's not correct. It's false. Lay out all the information. The very same people who will ignore information and continue to ignore that information and vote against their interest will ignore information that's put in front of them about a news story and continue to keep pushing it out. Yeah, shout out to Carlton. Carlton said people even said the lady was South African. I'm like, South African? Like, that lady had, like, her name was like something like Sherry McCoy or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, okay, I don't know where no South Africans, you know what I'm saying, with a name like that is at, but all right. And the thing is that you can get your point across and still have integrity of information. You can still be honest. You don't have to make up lies. And then when the lies get debunked, you don't have to sit there and act like you don't know what the truth is or not. Because most of these people, when it got debunked, then they started acting like, oh, they didn't know. They didn't know. But any other time, they know everything, though. Any other time, they know everything. Every other black person in the world is just dumb, and everybody should only listen to these people, right? But in that situation, well, I don't know. I didn't have all the information. I don't know. I didn't have all the information. So what that tells me is that you don't have to have information to make an uninformed opinion. And then we got to ask the question, well, how many other of your opinions are uninformed? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cameron Jones. Cameron Jones says the smoke is for people like Byron Donald or Sheila Jackson Lee or these other people that become politicians or someone like Coleman Cruz that pretend to be Black American. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree, right? So it's just that easy, right? Like, I've roasted Byron Donald mad times, roasted Sheila Jackson Lee mad times, Coleman Hughes mad times. You know what I'm saying? But like, I have a belief, and that belief is if there's a small majority of people who are engaging in that type of behavior, then the bullseye should be on the person. You know what I'm saying? Now, here go the question, right? Shout out to Cameron. Cameron says we don't meddle in their politics. Here go my question. What would be a Byron Donald's politics? What would be quote unquote his politics? You know what I'm saying? And now here go my thing, right? As far as, and shout out to Cameron. Cameron says, quote unquote, some foreigners are riders. That's cool, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? That's cool if you ask me. But my thing is, for the most part, the majority of what we do should be done and controlled by us only. Only. You know what I'm saying? And that's just as simple as a business. That's just as simple as maintaining, you know what I'm saying, your narrative. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Maintaining complete control over your operation, in my opinion. And if you ask, now again, right? Yeah, he said that. And if you guys recall, I roasted Byron Donald for that. I roasted Byron Donald for the black people don't deserve reparations comment, and I roasted Byron Donald for saying that acceptable level of racism nonsense, things was better under Jim Crow, right? Now, but here goes the question though, because you bring up a good point. Quote unquote, what would Byron Donald's politics be? So here goes my thing, right? If I'm under the belief, right, that if people are gonna say they shouldn't, quote unquote, yeah, shout out to Cameron. Cameron says TD is Haitian, right? But the man is a writer. KGB is a writer. And I would agree, right? But now here's the thing, right? The way that I look at it, see, I don't have the same view on that kind of topic as everybody else, right? So I'm not looking at it as like a diaspora war topic. I'm looking at it from a logical standpoint. And if you ask me from a logical standpoint, if we're going to say, quote unquote, people shouldn't be involved, quote unquote, in our politics, whatever those might be, then I don't think that anybody should be involved in the politics. That means that somebody that's a detriment or somebody that's perceived as somebody that's good. No, neither one should be involved. It should be completely and 100% under our control if that's the way that it's going to work. Because in one instance, anytime somebody says anything negative, it'll be like, yo, that person shouldn't be involved in the politics. Why? Because they're, quote unquote, not Black American. But then when somebody that, quote unquote, when somebody is behind something that we say, somebody could then be like, well, the basis of you saying that they weren't allowed into politics is because they're not Black American, and you let this person engage and you disengage this person, and you're not upholding a logical standard. And that would be a true critique, because that's not a logical standard. What that basically is saying is that somebody that says something that people agree with, regardless of any type of parameters, as long as the only parameter is to say what we agree with. If you say something that people don't agree with, then you're automatically disengaged. And that's intellectual dishonesty. And that's one of the reasons why, if you ask me, the target should always be on the back of the offender. And I can't sit here and say that people always have the target on the back of the offender. Do they always got the target on the back of the offender? That's my question for y'all. Let me know, because I could possibly be wrong, but I don't think that I am, though. But a lot of times I don't see the target on the back of the offender. You know what I'm saying?
Establishment, anti-elite sentiment out there. There is also, frankly, a lot of pain out there, a lot of disaffection, a lot of people feeling dislocated.
You know what? Damn, I just realized, man, I gotta run. I gotta go. Shit. Y'all got me running late, man. Shout out to y'all. Good stream. Let me hurry up and run through these super chats real quick. Shout out to everybody that came through. I'm gonna be back with part 2 later on. You know what I'm saying? So don't trip. Shout out to Carlton. Shout out to Black Spider. Shout out to Quasi. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Shout out to We Next DSB. Shout out to my man Thomas. And shout out to DSB again. And we will be back. And I don't disagree with you, bro. I don't disagree with you. Shout out to Cameron. Cameron said it's about them getting into office by cosplay. We got to take up them seats. And if they cosplaying and they fooling somebody, right? Who they fooling? That's the question. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be back. We will continue this discussion.
Walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up. Look, walking this bitch like, hey. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, hey. I'm really him. Don't believe me? Come and see me. Got 3 wishes from my genie. Now I'm on your local TV. Y'all on toga. Demon say she wanna come and see me when I'm in a local city. I'm like, pause though. Please step aside so they can see me, and I walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really